I don't want to hear it.
Remy, help! They popped the tires!
No.
We
Help!
have one tire.
I'm just an
We have
innocent
one
bystander.
tire.
Don't call me a punk for help.
Help me! Land on top! Oh, Tokyo Drift! Oh!
Why are you so loud?
You need to put your mic away, bro. I hear what you had for breakfast right now. Jesus
Yo, look
Christ.
me in, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, you can still hear the snap crackle pop in his stomach.
Can I help you guys? Oh my god!
Oh god.
Y'all are so loud.
I'm saying. Help!
No.
Jesus, get out.
Is that Jacob? Oh,
That-
Oh!
yeah.
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 Yeah, because
Alright,
Ow,
so,
you motherfucker!
Oh, yo, shut up.
Send me the link.
it's in main chat, Dons and Anarchy.
Take me away.
oh, you weren't gonna
Bro,
be here.
back me out!
I wasn't. My
Now
girl
you're
kinda
gone.
like fucking chucked my controller.
It doesn't. Oh my days.
Remy, let me in. Ow!
Well, next time she goes suntans, lay your cock on her
no one's
forehead
getting
while she's
that
sleeping.
Oh!
Yo.
Oh, shit!
Hey Rocco, send me an invite, bro.
I got you.
She like threw my shit and it like the
Oh,
fucking joystick came out of the controller. I was so pissed.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
Who is D1 Lucas?
Why
God,
is there a
save us
rival
all.
today at this dungeon?
Yo.
Like, why we gotta be
Oh
for like
fuck!
the
I bought
next
my
year?
female character. That's not roleplay.
D1 Lucas.
Not
It's
roleplay,
not
Remy. It's not.
roleplay.
It's not a
I'm
roleplay,
very
Remy.
sorry, Rocco.
Oh,
it's a truck!
Fist bump me.
Ooh.
Yo, y'all need to shut up.
Hey, let's
bro.
get
The
recorded.
screaming is just fucking amazing.
Bro, it's annoying, dog. Come on.
Look,
Alright,
you know, it's an
meeting started in 3
accident.
minutes.
I got hit with a car. Not my fault.
Yo, why are you bullying? Why are you bullying the beer truck, bro? Leave us alone.
Rocco, your shit is named Rocco's
Asking
Tacos, dog.
your you wacky bastard.
How are you just figuring that out?
I didn't know that. I just kind of made that up on the top of my head, but apparently it was already an idea.
No, it's in my. It's been in my Xbox bio for like 6 years.
Good, because the thumbnail says sponsored by I just changed my fucking appearance. Oh my god, bro. I'm an idiot. Dude. If that isn't the biggest fuck up of my life. No, let me back. I'm trying to go to the meeting. Damn. The fuck, bro. God damn. Dude, if it puts me back in story mode, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my god. Cruise. Fucking community dons. You members. There. Join game. Alright, take 2, gentlemen. Fuck this. Fucking take your time. This is the most boring shit sitting in the clouds. Watch it made me have to restart my Xbox. Yo, can you guys hear
I
me?
just want to deliver.
No,
Yeah.
can't hear.
Dude, I just fucking, I went in, and I like hit change appearance, and it took me out of the game. Can you fucking, invite me back, Rocco?
Yeah, I got
That was the most, that was the biggest fuck up of my life. That was,
you. Luca Pages. We do not corner glitch here.
Oh, I know that guy.
Alright, yo.
Yeah, we do
Meeting
not
That's
care.
my
start now.
friend.
So, quiet down.
Sit over with
On Arizona Manasha. I got my eye on you, Remy.
Yes.
Hey, nigga, answer my call,
Bro,
nigga.
I wanna
got
sit
shot
next
in my
to
titty.
Remy.
Don't mind me.
I was like, yo,
Okay,
just switch
yo,
spots.
Dynasty,
Yo,
join
just
the
switch
org.
spots. Fuck off.
Oh shit!
Alright, so...
Who's in the elevator with me? I hope that's Amelia.
Yeah.
Don't do me like that.
Alright, we
Alright,
start
Fuck
this meeting.
off.
Yeah,
I'm about to go to
Why
sleep
you doing me
already.
like that?
Shit.
Alright, everyone quiet down.
Ooh, it's Scally.
Bro,
Everybody-
fuck off.
Everybody shut up.
Yo. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with what's gonna go down in this meeting. Alright, so it's important that nobody overspeaks one another or creates a yelling match between the entire meeting. Make sure your representatives are acting respectful and bringing productivity, or you will be removed from the meeting after your first warning. Alright, so the topics list is gonna go as follows: blessing console topics, turf topics,
Yo.
general community topics, down chat topics, blacklisting topics.
Why does that
Each topic will have an allotted time to 10 to 15 minutes. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna get on with the first topic. So, Godfathers, who is recognized and who isn't. So basically, people wanting, requirements. If you guys want to discuss, go for it.
That's the blessing council
I mean-
that brought out, no?
I thought,
Yeah.
I thought we already discussed this last
Okay,
meeting as
so-
well.
Okay, so very
No,
good.
so the
Scully,
blessing
are you
council's
here?
trying to take him off. Like, they're trying to prove who's the Godfathers.
Hey, hustle time.
G, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Okay, alright.
Alright,
So,
so basically,
obviously,
you just,
oh yeah, go on.
you want to go ahead and ride?
No,
it,
no,
or
no,
wanna
no, you
go
go,
ahead and
you go,
speak?
you go. You're good.
So basically, what this topic is, man, it's kind of like what Donnie was saying. It's just legitifying this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are recklessly using something that's sacred. You know, it's few things that we got that need to be sacred. Don's meetings, you know what I'm saying? Blessings of families, and I think Godfather's another one. The Don is definitely not respected anymore, in my opinion. Anybody can become a Don at any time. Don't gotta build their way up. You know, just anybody could do whatever. But this Godfather thing definitely it needs to be respected. So in saying that, you know, we also notice that there's been a lot of conversation about it inside of the chats. And we notice that there's people that have been flipping the Godfather, maybe thinking that they can get grandfathered in before they feel a rule is created. But we just want to establish that there's no rule that's being created. There's rules to this Godfather thing that's already been around. We got enough people that have been around long enough that know about these rules. Yes, it's unwritten, but so is our whole community. It's filled with unwritten rules. We didn't have documents till recently. You know what I'm saying? It's an unwritten thing. So all we want to do is basically let y'all know that we're just enforcing this. That's all that we're sitting here doing is enforcing it. This isn't no new rule. It's been around forever. So in saying that, you know, we got a little thing here put together on what we all know, you know, what the rules are to this thing. Give me 1 second here.
You're referring
More
to
parameters.
Kelly?
Yeah, more like
Yes,
the
it's more
You know
parameters.
what it is, where it is
Okay,
your status that you got to be before you take on a prestigious name like that. You know what I'm
Correct,
saying?
correct. I just want to make sure that's what you're talking about.
Right. So we got the 2 years, which we all know, down of your own family, crew, however you want to call it, which you either founded / created or you were given the ownership to. We all know about that one, right? Families got to be blessed. That's legitimate. You know what I'm saying? Can't be an unblessed family sitting there running around, you know what I'm saying, doing this shit. Or, you know what I'm saying, you could be running your commission for 2 years. Y'all know about that one too, right?
Yes.
So the only thing that we want to look at right now to adding to this, which is why this is being brought to the community. We don't want to just fucking bulldoze and fucking start adding shit. But we want y'all to see what y'all think about this, because it's something that we brainstormed on. The only thing that we do want to add to this is Godfathers that are bouncing around family to family. Feel like, you know, if you're a Godfather, you know what I'm saying, that's your shit, you know what I'm saying?
Take pride in
That's-
it. You stick with it.
Yes, exactly. So if you got a Godfather and he bounced into this family and then he want to come back to his family and get his status back, we feel like that there should be some type of punishment that goes with that. Not necessarily a punishment, I don't know, however it is you want to explain
Some
it.
type
but-
of a rejuvenation period.
Which
Yeah, exactly,
we've added.
before you
Scully
can
will get into that.
reclaim that status. And we put a time limit on it of 8 months. We can sit here and brainstorm on it if people feel it should be different, longer, shorter, whatever, or if y'all don't even like it. But that's definitely something we're talking about. Or if you just jump from your family and go to another family and you instantly become Godfather. You know what I'm saying? That shit just can't work like that. Even if you were Godfather of the family you left, you shouldn't be able to just jump into the brand new situation and be Godfather. So I've talked my nice little piece real quick. I done wasted some time. I apologize. Please brainstorm on that.
Before we get into that, I think we should go over. So at the last meeting, blessed families meeting, excuse me, council meeting, we sat down, had a little chit chat, and tried to come up with a cohesive and comprehensive list of everybody that we thought was viewed as a Godfather and matched all the criteria. And I want to say before I read off this list, please do not get angry. This is subject to change. We even put it in when we first posted it. Subject to edits. This is rough, not official. It's open-ended and it's open for conversation. So I'll start off just in random order on this list. So, like I said, you know, this is open-ended and for conversation. All right. So these are the people that we viewed.
Before you do this, Rocco, Don,
oh yes, sorry.
Get in the apartment. Can you get him up in here real quick?
I didn't apartment.
I don't. Again, I just want to say.
Get him from Don Masari.
Don Masari.
Yeah, go to
Masari
is the host. Yeah, I'm just like I just invited my friends to the apartment.
I didn't know. I thought everybody was all meeting up. My bad.
Came in here. I thought the commission got bigger, bro.
So we'll start off. Okay, so obviously Don Scully, or G, as you guys know him. Nico Scarfo, Chicago Tribbiani, Ralphie Venerio, or J, whatever we're calling him. Envious Lucania, Vito / Savante Grati, Mr. Frank Matthews, Godfather Rubino. I just want to say Kai would be on this list, but they shut down. So if there's any questions concerning that. And myself. All right. That is as far as we got with the list. If there's any other names that anybody here thinks needs to be added, this is open-ended and available for conversation.
Wait, so
what
you
about St. Genevieve's, bro?
St. Genevieve's. What about St. Genevieve's? Ralphie, get the fuck out of here.
What about Don Genevieve's? Come on, we're missing a couple names. Jeez.
You don't talk
about
He's so clouded over there. Bro, I thought Project Vanelli was
Rocco,
legitimate.
does that mean you're the Godfather Gigante?
Oh, fuck, you forgot about Don Madrazo too, nigga. You can't forget about Don Madrazo.
Yeah, bro, Don Madrazo's legit.
He's been here since 2009.
Okay, anyways.
You really need to respect
who we talking
that. How about the boy?
Hey,
alright, back up.
Stop playing.
Free my nigga Don Madrazo. He ain't touched them kids.
Hold on.
We're gonna get
So
that
Rocco,
in writing.
is this?
Goddamn, my nigga. Oh yeah, Mr. Don the boy stuff for real. I fuck with that.
The voice has been.
He's been in charge of this crew since 14 and has not
Yeah,
dropped
no,
that name.
we don't need to know that, but yeah, the boss been up since 2014.
So Rocco, so since this isn't that much of a topic, is it alright if they feel like they still meet the Godfather requirements? Can they just message you personally? So we can.
Well, I'd rather have it. Well, this is a problem with Blessing Council. Is some of this stuff needs to be community spoke about. We don't just want to make decisions, but behind everybody's back, and then people come back and go, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" So if you guys want to skip over it, that's up to you guys. That's not up to us. We're just
actually, Rocco, I have a question. Was Stiletto on that list? Was I on that list?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But if you want, now would be the time
why?
to speak about it. That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm
Can I
saying.
ask
This
why I
is the
was
time
not
to
added to
dispute
that
it.
list?
I mean,
No reason.
I would say it was probably because of the commission aspect. You don't meet that requirement. Other than that,
So what if somebody claimed a Godfather title before the rule was out? Are they grandfathered?
Nope.
Alright, hold on. No, I got a question. So when, or who was the one that said it has to be 2 years of a commission being up?
Yeah, I thought it was just 8.
Okay, so hold on. Let's back up. Back up.
Hey, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's just speaking.
You
Hold on.
asked a question,
Let me finish.
and I will
Anyway,
answer.
so it's 2 years, but Godfather, you know, was possible bosses. I mean, I get it if it's a bunch of unblessed fams, but if you're blessed, you know, your commission's blessed, this and that, like, I don't know why.
So I will specify for you. It is not, and I think this is where the big misconception with a lot of people are. It's not if you meet one of that list. You have to meet everything on that list.
Okay.
It's not. It's not. Oh, you know, I've been up for 2 years, but I'm unblessed. But I've been up for 2 years, so I can be Godfather. Or it's not. I'm the head of commission, but I haven't been a Don for 2 years. You know what I mean? You have to meet that whole criteria. Is what we're saying.
All right. So what? Wait.
So Corn has been Godfather for 2 years of commission.
I have a question to finish off this little topic. Well, I have to go back down to Don if I do not. Like, what's going on here?
No, okay, so if you're all it's gonna be is you probably won't be able to drive like armored cars and shit.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they won't like. So that being said, from what I'm assuming, from the little bits I heard, if you have the Father GT beforehand, they won't consider you real. That being said, you can't have a role in the Discord, you can't drive armored cars, shit like that. You know, it'll be like a first soldier gamer tag even though it says Father. That's from what I heard. I don't know if that's changed.
Okay. So basically,
Nothing's
yeah, I wouldn't
changed,
go back
but
down to
it's
Don.
just a matter of discussing the title and
Yeah,
how you
it's
earn
just
the title.
if you are
That's
considered
all that's
real,
been
you
discussed.
that is considered a rank GT. If not, you're a soldier essentially.
Why is it?
I mean, if every family had a father, then I mean, then never mind. Just go ahead.
Let
Topic.
Remy
Go.
talk, man.
I haven't-
on that list. I just want to say that crew's been around since 2019.
Yeah.
So we're shut down. That meets the 2-year requirement.
I need my 2-year requirement. It's just I'm not gonna.
I mean, I will.
I mean, my 2-year requirement.
Okay, so this is again. I want
it's
to say
multiple
this because I
requirements,
gave a
not just
preemptive before I said that list. It is open-ended. It was a rough list that we spat off in the thing of 5 minutes. If you want to be added to that list and think you deserve it, please argue, and we're open to adding people that meet the criteria.
Okay.
This
All
isn't
right.
something that's being safeguarded.
I wanna specify on the commission point of view because honestly, you can't say that Scalotto didn't lead a commission because we led Violento. We did. No, not for 2 years. No, not for 2 years. No. But the crew's been up for a fucking long time, dude. We've already made the change of
But you're
Don.
also not
We've changed, dude. I've been Father Scalotto for about 1.5 years now, dude. You're telling me to step
That's a
down?
good question. No, I mean it's not really asking you to step down, but alright. So now I haven't been in a Varsal that long at all, but a Varsal before a Varsal was Reyes. The Reyes was up a serious amount of time, and then they went to a Varsal, meaning they're the exact same crew, just a name change. So and they run a commission. That being said, sure, you know the class is legit.
The only
man.
thing with the Vaso is, if you remember though, the whole
They still
Reyes
had to
thing,
wait.
They still had to wait. Exactly.
still
They
had
still
to
Yeah,
wait.
but at the
from
same time,
changeover.
hold up. But at the same time, last meeting towards the end, Grody mentioned to Rocco, I'm thinking about changing my name, but they still keep all their things. So why would a Varsal have to wait
But they
when it's the
wouldn't,
exact
bro.
same crew?
No, the fuck they wouldn't.
No,
Like, Mafia-
you're giving
Mafia's
the example
IRL.
of a Vaso getting
Yeah,
blessed in,
But
as they were the
realistically,
same crew
Mafia's
and
IRL.
they
Yeah, it's the exact same crew. It's just a different name.
Yeah,
Mafia's
no, what I'm
IRL
saying
changed
is-
their names.
you were given that example as an example. We're saying that. Yo, can we sit here and not talk over each other?
Yeah,
it's
no,
best
Nico,
if
go ahead.
it goes.
Yeah, Nico, go
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Nico.
What I'm just saying is Donnie, what I took from what you said is you were given an example of a Vaso's blessing, meaning that they were Reyes, they were the same crew, but they had just changed their name. However,
Yeah,
at the end of the
exactly.
day, the Blessing Council still decided that they needed to wait the additional 3 months before they got blessed because they didn't make the 6 months as a Vaso. So
Just to add
what I'm
on,
getting, it's a
what
different.
Nico was saying, just to add on, sorry
principle.
Nico, I don't want to cut you off, but I
No,
think
you're
what
good,
I'm
you're good,
gonna
I'm
say is
done.
important is that God damn, that shit just blew my mind real quick, that quickly.
Okay. We're at the 15-minute mark, so we're gonna have to move on.
Some topics need more than.
This
15
needs
minutes.
to be fucking thought about, bro. You know how many families are gonna have to step down from father, bro? Like they're gonna have to lose their father.
It's like another thing.
I agree. We could set 5 more minutes on the timer for this.
It's like another thing is Venereal went
What I was gonna
tomorrow
say
and then
was
back to
we punished
Venereal.
other people
That's
like
legit.
not Gigante, Galante, and all these other people for rebranding. So, like, how is their rebranding any different from?
It's not, and you're right. It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
My thing is though is rebranding a crew is still the exact same crew. It's just a name change. Mafia's IRL all changed their names throughout the years. You know,
Which was the
reset button?
Which was the argument that
hit the reset button?
I see where Donnie's coming from. 2000%. Historically speaking, obviously IRL, different families would change their name after they had a long-standing boss, but I don't.
Well,
I have trouble. I have trouble.
True. That's not
what do you
true
mean?
Because you've had people like what's my man's name that took over after Lucky Luciano? I can't even think of
Vito
my man's
Genovese,
name.
I think.
Vito Genovese, but you know what I'm saying? Like they were still, you know what I'm saying? Those names didn't change. Like Lucchese, that shit doesn't change. What's Lucchese?
No, but okay, but some of them have changed. But no, it was the Lucchese family. Hold on.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but
Geneviese's
Luciano
family changed to Genovese. When Vito Genovese took over.
Genovese didn't change when Gotti took over. It was still called
No,
Genovese, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's
no. If you want,
You're getting a little off topic here.
John Gotti did not run Genovese. He ran Gambino.
I just want to know if I'm losing my father or not, bro. That's that.
Gambino, my bad.
Stay on topic.
You knew where I was.
But that being said, hold up. I'm going back to the thing of also last me and Rocco. You said even if Gotti changes their shit, that's fine because it's roleplay. So I don't really see what the issue is. I mean, in that regard.
Like, they haven't had to give away any of their turf. They haven't gone under 4 members. Nothing's changed apart from the name. It's not.
I'm not arguing
it.
it.
The name of the crew.
No, I get you're not arguing it. I just don't see why it's a reset button. If a crew's been up for several years, or a couple years like Veneria, and they're like, I want to go back tomorrow. It's still the exact same
if we're going to set requirements and say we're going to go by these guidelines, then it's got to apply to every aspect of it.
You know, okay, well, to further my point on how many families are going to be losing their father, you realize how many families inside commissions that have father roles or ranks in their family,
they're gonna. Think about this real quick. And I understand
they've earned their father rank, bro.
I understand where everybody's coming from. Yes, it's terrible. But how many people sat there and thought or went and seeked out the information of what it takes to be a father before they made that decision?
I did. Whenever I was a Don, I mean,
even then, Jacob
still made
nothing
those
saying
decisions.
you have to
and
step down.
sometimes we make bad decisions, like what we've done in this community a lot of times, and we have to pay for them. It's unfortunate.
Well,
but
even
at the
then,
same time, like, man,
dude, I
we gotta
fucking work
keep
for my
some
father.
respect
That's
to his
kind of
name.
bullshit.
Jacob, you don't have to step down. If you want to class yourself as a godfather, all it is they're not going to look at you as a real godfather. You can still class yourself, and you just won't be able to drive armored cars and won't have a role in a Discord. You just also won't be recognized by the godfathers.
Since I was a bit late, that way I know.
Alright, I gotta.
Alright,
the godfathers
listen.
Well, it's not really
Let's go back to
Vinny.
the first topic too. Is like the one about how did y'all feel about a Godfather jumping back and forth and us putting a punishment on it before we skip? We don't want to totally skip over that, please.
Bro, I'm just gonna say, like Skeletto's done a lot for this. Skeletto's done a lot for this community, bro. And I mean, you guys are just gonna fucking change it because I didn't run a commission. I don't want to run a fucking commission. I'm in Renato. I don't have to.
Yeah, so let's think about this.
No.
I've put in my work.
This is where you got it wrong. No, Jacob, this is where you got it wrong. You don't have to run a commission.
What requirement am I lacking? What requirement is requirement is Skeletto lacking?
No, you're not lacking a requirement. You've been up 2 years. You are blessed. You have the requirement.
Okay.
That being
Alright,
said,
what Rocco said was.
Hold up, easy, shut up. That being said, they only chucked up a brief topic or a brief list. If you think you are considered an actual godfather, mention it. You don't have to explain about what you've done in the past. Like, you don't have to do any of that.
Alright, I thought what you guys were saying was that I was fucking out of a father, and that was bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna say this again for the 15th
There are
time.
some that are going to be out. Nobody said specifically you, but there are going to be some that are out that have made that decision.
I want to say this again
Go ahead.
for the upteenth time. With the Godfather parameters, you are not just checking one thing. You are checking all of the boxes. So, you know, it cannot bounce between families, running or has run a commission for over 2 years. But if you think that you ran Violento for 2 years, or you think like it's open ended if you want to have a sit down and chat about it, because there's a few people that I'm sure that we all feel are
There's other
Godfathers.
people that will be in the same
Hold up,
category
yeah.
as you, and you're not the only one. So at the end of the day, this topic has gone way past time.
Hold up,
So
no,
we're gonna have to wrap
Okay,
it up.
I have
So
one.
go ahead and 2 minutes
so
left,
Rocco,
and then let's go.
Yo, let Avaso speak, bro.
Can I
He's
say
asking a
Yo,
question.
yo,
That's what I
yeah.
said. I gave him.
Hold up.
I said
Can I
yes.
So
just
Rocco,
say,
you said you have to check all boxes, right?
Yeah.
What if a crew doesn't want to commission?
That's
That's what I'm arguing here.
Every other, if they hit
fine.
every other requirement, they should be allowed to go Godfather. The whole commission
So
thing.
somebody like Ramini, who hasn't run a prominent commission,
They
would
should be
then
allowed.
go to the council and go, hey, I have not run a prominent commission, but I have made a name for myself, and then it's open to be looked at.
Okay,
Again, I can't say
so-
this to you guys enough.
I
If you
mean,
want to be
okay,
looked at,
but
please
when-
speak up.
But when you state that, like, all right, you need to run a commission, it states it wrong. If anything, I would just say, you have to hit 2 years, this and that. I wouldn't even mention the commission part at that point, because some crews like to be EBK and like shooting
Can
everyone.
we do this? Because this topic is going over. Can we do this?
Correct.
Anybody who feels like that they should be a father, can they meet with us and set something to meet with the
Talk to
council
the
after
blessing
this?
council
Because
if
we've
you
totally
want
skipped
to
over the
hold
first topic.
your father role.
And
Sure.
it's-
Please go type
Before
in.
we
Next topic.
before we go on to the next topic, can I just ask one question?
Hurry up.
When has it been commissioned for 2 years? In my time in the mafia community,
Never been commissioned
it's always
for 2
either been
years.
running a
It's always
family
been
for 2
running a
years
commission.
or
Okay,
running
well,
a commission.
Yo, so
Spot.
It
Running
was
a
2
family
years.
for
Hold
2
on,
years,
hold
but
on.
being lead
Hold
of the
on.
commission. That's what it's
It
always
was
been.
at that at one point. A while back,
Okay.
it was you have to run a commission, but it was not 2 years at that point.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's
You
what
had
I
to-
did.
On the
you had to
2-year
run a
point.
commission. You had to
Which-
have a family up
Never
for 2
been
years.
2 years.
No, it's never
Alright,
been 2
okay,
years.
okay.
So you have to run
Not
at least a
for 2
commission
years.
for at least a
Right.
year.
okay,
done.
so
I will say this. Just on that about it not being 2 years. I think where a lot of misconception is we had people who were claiming themselves as Godfather when the community was only a couple of years old. So obviously that wasn't a fair parameter back in 2012 to say, you have to have a commission up for 2 years. Over time, it has evolved and changed. For those who remember when Blessing Council was first put together, it was all Godfathers that were named to the council, and all of them, one of the parameters was you had to have a commission up for 2 years. That was one of the things we had for getting named to the council.
I don't even think Kyle would remember that being said. We never really
Alright,
talked
so-
about 2 years of commission.
Also,
Actually,
the
the requirements needs to be brought up as a separate topic. Then what I think what the Blessing Council did is they decided to go off of what the requirements were, and there may be some misconstrued information there. From what I remember, it was only ever run a family for 2 years and be lead of a commission.
Yeah. I always thought it was or. Like, from my time in
No,
the
it was
community,
never
wasn't
or.
that
It
long.
was
There's
never
never
I thought
or
it was
because
or.
No,
Godfather
it was.
is
No,
Yeah,
it
boss
was
of
or
all
because
bosses.
Kai went to Godfather before he even hit 2 years. Lucian went to Godfather in a year and a half because he ran the commission. He ran Let's Cosa
Here's the
for
thing,
a
we're-
period
we're-
of time.
we're out of
he went to
time, so
Godfather.
Lots of
we
people
need to
have
move
gone
on.
to Godfather
we're moving
without
on.
making the requirements. and
Bring it
that's
to the
why we're here.
Blessing Council.
We're asking y'all, or you've already given us the
Yo.
permission actually to sit there and decipher these things. All we're saying is
They
we're
decided
here
it.
to enforce it. That's all we're sitting here
I
trying
don't
to
know.
say.
I think the requirement should be have a sat down and re-scratch. But I mean, we're
Okay,
just holding
well,
this up.
I think
Donnie,
the
can you make it a
requirements
topic
whether
for
we
the
do-
next meeting?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we'll-
I'll
we'll
make it up.
next
I'll
topic?
make it up.
Okay,
That way we
yeah,
can do it
yeah,
properly.
yeah.
They're
Alright,
here
Miss
right
Arthur,
now,
take it away, 'cause,
specifying
I
the
mean, we're
requirements,
here for a
and
while.
then now we'll
Okay,
decide them at a
yo,
different point.
Let's move on. Alright, so we're still on the Blessing Council topics and bringing back Scarfo into the Blessing Council.
Okay,
Isn't that up to Blessing Council? I don't think that's
it's
a-
Blessing Council
bring that
is.
topic up, or did somebody else bring that topic up?
Yeah,
didn't bring
who
it
brought
up.
that up?
Missouri brought it up.
It says here Masari brought it up. Is Masari on Blessing Council?
That's not
That's
a Blessing
commission.
Council topic then.
Okay, easy. Moving on.
However, I will speak on it. At the end of the day, I get what you're saying. It's not a Blessing Council topic, but the community did put me into the Blessing Council. They did vote me in
which they
as a
shouldn't have,
community.
though. You have to admit
They
they
shouldn't have.
though.
However, it went through and
they
it
went back.
it
They
happened.
went back on a decision that was made in the Don's meeting, which happens way too much. Let me just say.
Then
also.
at that Don's meeting, then everybody that should have been there to dispute it should have been, but they weren't. So, as I've been told in the past, that's the downfall of not being in the meetings. However, at the end of the day, the community did put me in there. I was taken out in
And
a
you got
bullshit way.
removed.
It's coming at you.
In a
You got
bullshit way.
removed
So,
for not doing
Alright,
that.
Dog, listen, I'll put it
Okay.
this way to you. I'll put it this way with you. If you feel like you want to be re-added, we could have a little chit chat again.
I think I should be. I think.
Okay,
I
well
think
then-
At the end of the day,
I think
I can
that's
help.
what should happen with
the
this
community.
Godfather
In that
thing and all
case, there
that.
should
We
be
should check
Nico
with
has
all
a
these
meeting with the
people.
Blessing Council.
That's
and
how it
you
should
go
go.
there.
Y'all put this
Please
in our
submit
hands,
a
and
meeting
that's fine.
request with us.
That's fine.
Because I do want to say that we didn't just remove you. We also held a vote and a meeting about it, and anything could have happened at that meeting.
Yeah,
So
well,
it wasn't like we just removed you. In fact,
it was
you
also,
weren't going.
nothing was provided proof-wise. It was all
Correct
your
me
opinion,
if I-
and it
okay.
was put together in a vote, and that vote could, by some, be suggested to be a little bit faulty. However,
I can ask
I'll
an
go to
honest
the
question
Blessing
to you?
Council. If you're wanting me to go through the process that needs to be gone through, that's fine. However, the Blessing Council needs to provide proof in everything that they use to dispute against me, to get me out. And then that's
Okay, so-
because that's what I've asked for all along. But I'll definitely
So-
go to the Blessing Council like you suggested, and that's fine.
With that being said, the meeting that we had to remove you, were you not going to show up and I made one of your bosses go and grab you, so that way you had a fair chance to speak on the matter instead of doing
You
it behind your
pulled
back?
me. I had a representation, a rep at the
But
meeting
okay.
that was perfectly capable of handling
Scarfo,
any business
we
Scarfo
voted you
needed.
in as the Godfather of Scarfo. That being said, on the removal of Scarfo, we wanted you there.
But I was also busy, and that's why I sent a rep. But yet I get told that I have to stop what I'm doing in order to be there. Or I'm
I was trying to be
automatically
fair
moved.
to you.
But
He was trying
that's
to-
not fair in the sense that you can't demand my time on
Okay,
on no
that
on
being
certain
said,
stuff.
though,
What do you want
that
about?
being said, though, you should
But
have
again,
brought
I'll
this
go
up
through
last
the
meeting.
proper.
But
the
yeah,
proper.
let's move on.
I already
Could
said
you
that.
just
I'm
take
not
this up with
disputing it.
Blessing Council?
Okay,
after and we can
we're
go
moving
from
on.
there?
This is the last Blessing Council topic. The Serrano family blessing. They want to know why they cannot have their blessing.
Who?
Who?
Verrazano was shut down in
Oh,
2018.
okay,
man.
let's back up. Let's back up.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I will speak on this quickly on behalf of council because we brought it up at our Blessed Council meeting, and I've also privately spoke to Siriano today and yesterday, or no, excuse me, today and previously. You posted a screenshot saying Verrazano blessed you in 2018. Verrazano has not been recognized in this community since at least 2015. Somebody who's not active on the game cannot bless. Somebody who's not considered by the community cannot bless. That's like going to Geo and saying I'm blessed.
In 2018, he was.
You can't just
in
take people
2018, he was
blessing
playing.
whenever they've been blessed back
Yeah,
in the
but
game.
okay.
No,
so
no, you guys are
Varane-
misunderstanding.
Donnie,
No, no,
That's
you're
what
misunderstanding.
There's no misunderstanding.
2018.
So maybe explain it a
Donnie,
little bit better.
they would not get back on the game. I was setting parties with this guy frequently when I was in Texas.
they
This
won't get
man
back
would
on
not
the
touch
game
GTA.
now.
He
But
would, no,
in
no, I'm saying in
28
end of 2017, beginning of 2018,
in
mid 2018.
2018, we had private free models with him all the time. What are you talking about? We had, we
just
literally had
telling
wars
you.
with him every day. We still
You can't
blast
take
him.
somebody else's blessing.
Yeah, actually, I can't.
Okay,
I can't
again,
vouch for
we
what
are
Donnie
not-
Especially
said.
if it's an older family like Verrazano.
You guys are completely missing what I'm saying. We're not taking away anybody's blessing. We're saying he doesn't have the right to bless other people.
He's not
It's hard
actually
to-
to be blessed to bless other
That
people.
be-
Yes, he
okay,
is.
but back-
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You
Okay,
didn't
He
listen.
was
but back
told
in,
he's not
okay,
blessed no
hold
more.
on.
Hey,
back
yo,
in 20,
yo,
back
calm
in
down.
2018,
We're
though,
all
we didn't.
Calm down.
Before the discords, there was no organization. It was still on kick. That being said, there was really no organized of who can bless who. That being said, the community was a mess in till late 2018. Verrazano came back. He blessed a shit ton of fans, including Soriano. That meaning, okay, that's the community's fault. We wasn't organized. We shouldn't sit there and be like, oh well, they can't bless.
Let's
now.
He was not active.
What are you disputing?
They
The
were active in
man
2018.
would not played the game. I'm trying to tell you, I asked this man to come to meetings month after month. The man would not show up. The man did not care. He said, should we bring Verrazano back? Nah, I'm cool. He was too busy talking about grow houses, eating gabapentin, and smoking fucking weed, dude. Trust me. I was talking to this man. I was talking to this man. Like, this is not happening.
I was literally in the cruise against him. It was Don.
His members were in different families for crying out loud. Mikey was a gigante.
This was
all his members were spread out.
He needs to take it to blessing council if he wants to have the right to bless.
Okay, so I want to say this. Okay,
the topic.
Okay, we're really misunderstanding this, and I'm gonna say it again. Okay, Siriano wants their blessing to be recognized. The proof that he provided that he was blessed was a DM from Father Verrazano from a month ago saying, I blessed Siriano back in 2018. We looked at that. We all concluded unanimously Verrazano did not have any type of right in 2018 to bless anybody. Had he said, oh, I blessed him back in 2013 when I was leading 5-fam commission, okay, that's one thing. He was active on the game then. Everybody recognized Verrazano as Verrazano. But
people still recognize Verrazano as Verrazano in 2018. What do you?
I completely disagree. Nobody spoke up either.
Did he have
Nobody spoke up.
No, he had members getting Verrazano was active in 2018.
The only person he had is Mikey, who was crime gigante.
Hold up. 2018, when they came back, Gigante was off the scene. That being said, yes, you were. You disappeared in 2017 Christmas and disappeared. You only came back in 2018 Christmas. No, they weren't. Gigante was hella inactive.
Dude, Mikey was with us.
Was hella inactive.
Dude, Mikey was with us. That was crime gigante.
They had members. They had members. We fought them. We still have wax on them. It's all on the Lucian channel. We were fighting them actively. So I don't know how you're gonna say a crew wasn't up and because this and that. Like, that's retarded.
So, how do they receive a blessing from a father that's fucking MIA, completely MIA?
Well, then
he wasn't
The man wanted nothing to do. Devin wanted nothing to do with GTA.
I got a question for everybody. If we were to bring Taylor back for a fucking, I don't know, 3 weeks, he were to bless like 5 or 6 different families, and then he disappeared again like he does. Everybody knows how he does. Would we all consider those blessings legit?
No.
Yeah. If he came back, required that blessing tower again, bless him and disappeared. Yeah, that's legit.
That's legit. That's like saying like,
Taylor's
okay, I
not
blessed
council.
Avasso and I disappeared. And you're saying Avasso is not blessed?
No,
it was recognized at the time that it was
Not was blessed by Kyle Luciano. He's not
said.
around right now.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
That's the exact example he just gave.
But yeah,
Are you
but it's still that's a perfect example. Lucian blessed Menarchia. Kai wanted nothing to do with the community, but Lucian was around. It was the exact same with Verrazano in 2018. They were
That's not what he said.
And at that point, anybody blessed by Lucani, I guess they're not blessed anymore either.
Dude, that's not what he said.
He said if Velazzi came back and earned the right to bless, and
no, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
And then that's exactly what the fuck he said.
I didn't ask if he earned the right to bless.
What's the time?
He said if he came back.
2 minutes.
He said if he came back for a couple of weeks. He said if he came back for a couple of weeks and randomly blessed families, would we consider it legit? The answer to that is no, because he's not on council. He didn't say if he came back and earned anything.
2018, there wasn't a council though.
Okay,
I understand that.
Hold up. So that being said, when a crew comes back, how long do they have to wait before blessing?
A month for their blessing.
So the question is,
if they're blessed, they wait a month before they can vote.
All right, before even the blessing council thing and before the voting things, how long was it?
I can't remember.
Because before you could come back and you could bless pretty much.
Whenever.
Also, I do want to say, Donnie, I checked the Lucione channel.
Go on, Raniero, we had a back on Donald Verrazano.
I checked. It's by Dieter Lucione.
Yeah, which was Raniero.
It is April 22nd, 2018.
Yes.
Do you see how many of his members are in the game?
That doesn't mean anything, though.
So hold on. You're saying anybody can come back
Okay,
just
so
because you said you private free mode ward them all the time and they had hella members.
It doesn't
Where?
mean that they have to have 100 odd guys though.
No, they have to have at
comeback
least
doesn't
4.
mean
You're
anything.
right.
And they had
As long
4.
as they have at
Do
least
you have
four.
proof of that?
I'm sure in a video they showed that they had more than they had.
I'm
at least
looking.
4.
They have
One
none in
minute,
this
man.
game.
I'm investigating.
They
All right,
had
time's
4
up
around
on
their
that.
done.
You don't
Time's
need
up.
4 for a
Well, I
private.
mean, on that logic, if Vante had 1 member in a game yesterday, does that mean we're
Yeah, that's it. You
Okay.
disappear, come back, and you don't have 4 guys. That's it in a game. That's it. Okay,
No, you're
Listen,
missing the
time's
point.
up.
The point
Let's
I'm making is
I'm
they
sure,
never
I'm
came
sure,
back.
I'm sure I can fight. Yes, they did though. But alright.
Bro, I remember. I
Okay,
remember when I was
come
a
on.
Luciano.
Recognize Siriano's blessing or not? Yes or no?
No, we already voted no.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
All right,
Next
we're
topic.
moving on. Alright, so we got a couple turf topics here. First one, possibly
God, not
replacing Potenza with Society.
Yes.
No.
Nope.
No.
I mean, do we
Let's
want to
go
hear?
in order here.
Yeah, do we want to hear arguments though?
Well, can
Yeah,
I
exactly.
check
Argument
Elevator's
for
in
it.
that as well? I don't know why Elevator's been put in the topic.
Where's
but
Ramini?
Elevator was
Or
put
their
down as
Here.
commissioner.
Okay, but before we address this, why don't we discuss removing Potenza and replacing them with any variety of commissions who are available instead? Because there are
But
more
there
than
was
just
two
the
commissions.
society
In
that
the
are.
topic, it said either society or us. So I don't know why we're not on it, but let's just include us.
Who's us? Who's talking?
Floridian
Elevator.
Elevato.
Elevato, I got a message from Manasia saying you guys did not want to do it anymore.
It's still in the document. I said that for the sync up on the topic.
Because we removed it because.
However,
There's
for
mul-
any
there's-
time any turf
listen,
overseer
at the end
has
of the
been
day,
removed, it was suggested that we mention more than one commission, and that's how it's been for
It
has
was.
many meetings. And
There's
you can go
multiple
back and look through them.
commissions up for recommendation for removal for multiple commissions. So
Any
we need
commission
to
can represent
bring
themselves for that.
just everything up and decide. So Violino and Potenza is up for removal. Elevator
Only
and
Potenza.
Society.
Call it elevator.
Uh,
Oh man.
Fair enough.
Society
Okay.
and elevators. So that needs to
He
be
called it
discussed.
an elevator.
Bro, we're going to 100.
Oh, shit, man.
Okay.
Are any of these other
so-
families here to talk about this?
I have a question about it. Who would be representing each commission?
In TOs currently.
Yeah, no, like for Potenza or sorry, for Elevator or for
Society.
Society. Thank you.
You should take the piss now. Like repping as TOs first, or like repping in general.
Yeah. Just repping the TOs first.
For Elevator, first it'll be Manacho, since they're always on
I know
Discord.
you guys love me. No
And
loopholes
then-
with Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny knows the rule book.
And what about Society?
It'd be us for the first month, and then we switch with Siriano and keep doing that. back
Okay.
and forth.
And Potenza, do you still intend to keep Masari in there, or are we talking put
I'm
Scarbo
taking
in?
over after this meeting. Satori's currently in. We've been the only TO to actually cycle through every Don's meeting. So I'm taking over after this Don's meeting.
Okay.
No,
We've
because
cycled through
Lestessa did when we were in TOs.
I'm saying
we
right
cycled
now.
every month.
I'm saying right now.
Right.
Yeah, current TOs that are current commissions that are
Alright,
in there.
Hold up. That
we've
being said, why is
consistently-
Potenza up for removal? Who put that topic on?
So
For me.
Society put it up for Potenza, Elevator put it up for Singano.
Okay, that
Is
being
there a
said,
reason, or
Society,
do they
why
just
do you
recommend it
plan
because they
on
want to be in TOs?
I guess
They
recommend
said
it
something
because they
about
wanna
an
be in
activity.
TOs.
I can explain why Society would be the better option out of those.
Okay.
Okay.
We had
Yeah, no,
there's
it
a
would,
question
it
asked
would, bro.
before,
I'm not
right?
even kidding, bro.
No, let him
We-
explain. What the
Yo,
fuck?
Can we get
explain,
it?
bro.
Wait.
Let me
Sorry,
explain.
can I
No,
just-
lock it
just-
down,
hey,
bro.
sorry,
Lock
shut
it
the fuck
down.
up.
Lock it down.
Sorry,
I'm trying to
just
explain
before
something.
this starts.
I'm trying to explain something,
Should
bro.
we get
Just-
it?
just
Okay,
before
but
this
can we get
starts.
it?
Hey,
Shut
shut
up.
up!
Shut
Yo, everybody
up.
shut the
Yo,
fuck
I'm
up.
trying to
We can
explain.
let-
Chill the
let
fuck
him
out,
talk.
everybody.
Let the dude
But
make his point.
Donnie answered
Chill
the question.
out, bro.
Yeah. That being
You
said,
answered
why
the
is
question, though?
Potenza up for removal? You say they're inactive, but they've been helping every war that we've been having recently.
I haven't seen one rep from Sartori do jack
no
shit.
offense from an inside
Sartori's
Sartori's
not being great, but that's why Scarfo's going back.
Garfield even went inactive like last month when he was TOs. He
Facts.
I haven't been sorry. 3 months.
What the fuck do you see Masari? At the end of their time, where the fuck were they? Doing jack
Potenza
shit.
as a whole, Scarfo and Masari have been doing.
Can I explain?
Yeah,
They did
Scarfo and
decent
Masari
when they
have been
first
good.
started, but coming to the end, where did they go? Nico
Masari
had to go back to work. He wasn't active. None of his reps are active. They all have jobs and kids.
You can't vote a whole commission based off of one family.
Yeah.
And everybody here said that.
I
You can
just
look back
explained
to
how
the
3 of them
comments
are
for that.
inactive. Are you like not listening?
Oh
or
yes,
what?
because
Okay, so
Masari was
Obito,
inactive. Please go look through the
Obito and
chats from
Massey.
Obito and Massey.
Obito and Massey were active in TOs. Nico's active in TOs. On Sartori, I haven't been in a single war when Sartori was in Turf Overseers. I can't speak for them. But when Minachi is in
Sartori's
a
definitely
Turf
not
war,
been the most active out the 3 of them, but yeah, again, the commission as a whole is active.
When they were in TOs,
if we're gonna talk about commission activity in Turf Overseers,
Shut up! Or answer a question.
How are you gonna say and but not do turf wars?
Hey, Donnie, did he answer your question though? That's what I'm trying
Because I'm just waiting to explain what society
Well, no,
would
yeah,
be
yeah,
good.
yeah. He answered.
All right. So
Can we get
you
an
look
answer
at
to the
all right,
question?
Ramini. Yes, he
He
answered,
said
bro.
because they're inactive.
Yo,
What's the answer to the question?
Remy, would
Just
Ramini be your rep in TO for society?
Yeah. I
Okay.
said we would
Now
have
Ramini is a stable family with a stable hierarchy. You've never seen them fucking fade or have any fucking problems. I haven't seen one Ramini hierarchy problem with their representatives.
I
They're
can't even
always
answer the
active.
question he
They're
asked.
always, bro.
what happened? Why
They're
are they
always
banned?
active.
Sorry,
Yeah, why
can
are
I
they banned?
just- can I just bring up?
We are
Can I
arguing.
just, yeah,
Yo, why are you
this
guys
is-
talking? I'm not done. I'm not done.
Let
Let me
one
finish.
fucking
Let me
talk,
finish.
bro.
Hey,
Let me
yo,
finish.
let him talk.
Yo,
The man don't even want to
So-
answer the question.
Ramini is a very active family on Discord and represents. Like, they represent their crew. If you put them in TO, you're gonna see activity where fucking activity's not there, bro. The only family in TO that's fucking active is Shingano and Sparrow, bro, and Lucas and all these other families. I mean, we literally just talked about it on that episode of Father Talks. It's not a secret. You're acting dumb about it.
You are.
Potenta is not. That's
Okay, I'm
not
gonna say this. I'm not.
You're not bringing your
Also,
family.
okay,
you're bringing
I
your commission.
apologize
Let
for
Rock
not
go
watching
talk.
Father Talks. I did not realize that was.
No, but that's just all I'm saying.
Y'all
It's just,
mentioned
I
that.
was
Didn't
literally.
Manasi say they'd be the only ones going into TO? Like,
Could I get a
forever?
chance to speak? Because I stayed quiet this whole topic, and you guys are just
Go ahead.
screaming.
Rocco, just-
All right. So I think I'm in a unique position here. I'm a TO. I can speak on it. There are people in the turf overseers who are insanely quick at responding to everything. Like, there are times where I'm on Discord, I hit a notification, it's already been noted. Satori is not one of them. I will say Masari was super active. Nothing negative to say there. And I'm sure that Scarfo, if he stays, I hope that you can continue doing what Masari did. But I will say that right now, this is a very good problem. We are faced, if we take one of these people out, both commissions, Society and Elevator, are both very good as far as Discord activity to be turf overseers. So if we could stop yelling and realize that this isn't a problem, a bad problem, this is a good problem. So let's figure out if we need to replace somebody, if there's a need for it. If there's not a need, then we can chit chat. But I will say, we're pinpointing Sartori here for not being active. Scarfo already did offer a solution and say he was taking over after this meeting. I just want that to be noted on behalf of them. So they did offer a solution to fix the problem. Now then, it would then fall on Scarfo to be active. So we're clear.
Yeah, the
I just-
whole speed.
I've got
I'm
a
done
few
with my point.
additions to this topic.
Can I say one thing on this topic too? That
Hey, go,
just
go.
because one of the families inside of Potenza is inactive, we've already went through this 5 months ago. That doesn't mean you get to boot him. It just means that the family rotates. Then if the family rotates, now remember, this is what we all created together. If the family rotates and they're still becoming a problem, then we could talk about getting rid of them. But you have to give them a chance to rotate a person out first. We can't just get rid of them. We decided that together.
Now, Mazar, both back when Scarfo were TOs and when Mazzari were TOs, they're one of the first, if not the first, most of the time, to answer any questions me or my guys had, or vote on any DQs we had, or let us know about anything that was happening. And, you know, I don't think it should be removed just because Sartori's slacking a bit. Just take Sartori out and then, you know, sorted.
And
To add to this,
during shut up, Vito. During the longer wars, because I play push out, say Nico's not active throughout the day, he's definitely there late at night whenever most aren't. To note the things.
Exactly.
It
Yeah, that's
shouldn't just
the
be
issue.
like you shouldn't be
when in
required to
20
be there
hour
all
wars.
day, all week, like all 24 hours of the day.
I remember back in Barzini in our first Imperial Turf War. Now, Nico is the one who was there basically the whole fucking time, and that lasted like 20 odd hours, and he was there the whole time. And he noted stuff. Nothing got lost. It was brilliant.
So
which is the whole reason
we
why.
need to wrap this up. Time.
Are we
time
ready?
is done, so.
Hey Donnie, did you ever get that question answered?
Yo, let me add one more thing.
You fucking petty bitch.
I'm just saying, bro, that it was deflection at its finest, man. Can't even
Yo,
do it.
Remy.
Frank caring about turf, hold up.
Yo, I'm here.
Remy,
Hey,
how many,
hey, you
how
didn't
many
know?
people are in your commission?
Who said that? Jacob?
It's two. It's us and Siriano. We're both active as fuck.
On
All right.
Discord wise, nobody's
How
passed
many
me
of
for
you?
number one yet.
Yeah, we're active
Yeah,
on Discord
how many
and the game.
of you
At
have
number
turf
one.
overseer experience?
3. I don't know, Siriano, they're new,
3 out
but
of
they're
2.
also old. But out of
That's a
Hermini,
bit.
there's 3. Actually, no,
So
there's
how do-
4. There's me,
How,
Matthew, Dyer, and Tranny.
how do they get the experience without being given a chance? of
Okay,
something
also,
that
hold up.
We
I
have
do got
gotten
a
a
question for
chance.
you, Remy.
2020, we were TOs. It was Matt and Tranny. No one complained about neither of them. They were active and noted shit. We
Okay,
stepped
yo,
down
Remy.
because none of the TOs were active at that time.
Hey,
Yo, Remy, I got a
We're out of
serious
time.
question.
We're out of time on this
Hold
topic.
up. Let
No,
me
no,
quickly
no,
answer this
vote.
question. Hold up, no. This is for
I don't know, Donnie.
I'm trying to
They
wait
don't,
for
they don't like
Siriano.
asking
They're
answering
not
your
trying to let me
questions,
get my
Donnie.
questions, man.
All right, 1 minute.
They don't want to answer your questions,
Yo, alright,
Donnie.
quickly. Remy,
Up, bro.
now
Yeah.
a lot of society recently has been on a lot of ups and downs. Half the time having one fam, and half the time those fams leave. So, what if you get TOs and boom, the fam's gone? You're no longer a commission. Like,
I mean,
what happens
to be
then?
fair, your commission does argue in the
Even
chats.
it, okay,
It's the
say
stability
if
of your
Siriano
commission.
did leave. What
Oh
would
yeah, you're
change?
right. We've been
That-
arguing chats, so the commission's gonna shut down. He got us there, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
we have 6 fams. Our commission's not going anywhere.
We have 6
Donnie.
fans, and since the
Nothing's gonna
beginning of this
happen.
I mean,
commission,
if
to be
something
fair,
does
one
happen,
to
we're
one.
gonna put it
Alright,
out.
Yo, okay, yo, time's up. We're going to.
Can I just
okay,
before
Okay,
you
then
go,
drop the
no,
question.
shut the fuck up.
can I just
Holy
remind
shit! Shut
that
up.
the 2 heads of Ravidi
Okay, clap.
Dog.
both got
Oh my-
banned from Don's meetings for 3 months because they
I'm
were
sorry,
saying
Donnie.
We need to
in
move
the
on.
meeting.
Yeah,
We need
Frank,
to
move on.
okay,
Donnie.
let's
man,
clear-
you never get
What
it
happened
right.
to these damn warnings? Fuck.
What are we
Donnie,
voting
I'm
on?
sorry,
Are we
buddy.
voting on
Okay.
adding in?
Well, let me talk.
the
Let me talk.
society?
Just stop talking. Stop talking.
Stop.
Holy fuck. So it's Rimini to take over for Potenza. That is the topic.
Okay.
Can we get on with voting?
I'm sorry, Donnie. You don't get no questions answered, buddy.
But
Yeah,
there's more
so
options.
we
You
longer
shouldn't
than-
only bring up one family.
But that's the topic. That's what was brought
That
up.
was
Bring
the
it up on the
topic.
new
No,
month.
because in the topic
Okay,
it was.
and then now hold on. In
Yeah,
every
Yeah,
other-
the topic,
go back through
the
meeting.
topic
Stop.
and what was written in the document are 2 separate things.
Okay, literally what was going on is Elevator.
Oh my god.
Stop talking.
Yo,
Dog.
yo, let's move forward. We're voting. Period. There's nothing else to be discussed.
Yo,
the
okay.
vote
Yo,
is
people
to
tend to
remove-
win. They're active. No, you can't even put a topic up to get rid of a commission with one fam inactive. This is
Okay,
not
okay. Listen,
Let's move.
listen.
They won't answer your question, Donnie.
I'm gonna be real with y'all right now. Like, some of the people that I hold in high standard and high regard here are acting like fucking clowns. Don't be bitching about how long meetings go if you're gonna act like a fucking retard, please.
We're trying to keep it.
Move on to the
under
next
an
topic,
hour, to be
please.
honest. I mean, 2
Just
hours.
move on to the next topic. It's not a topic that, like, we're not voting on it.
Alright,
We
so
all
not to be
make jokes
discussed.
about it. All making
Okay,
jokes
not
about
to be
it.
discussed.
Scarfall's
Move forward.
rotating,
Next
so next topic.
Yo. Okay, stop talking. Holy fuck. Alright, so. Fucking. It's. So are we skipping over fucking. Elevator for Singano then?
I told that to be
Bruh.
removed from the document like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Okay.
We no longer want as a topic.
okay.
Yeah, what about
Okay,
Please
next-
move
next
on
one.
to it. Thank you.
Okay, so.
not a topic.
Basically ensuring that every crew turf war must occur in a crew session with a limiting number depending on the number of crews fighting, i.e. fan versus fan. That was brought up by Marvello.
What do you say? What'd you say?
I don't even know what the question was.
Crew session for turf wars, basically.
It's making sure that we only have turf wars and a true crew session.
Hey, that's what they are, aren't they?
Okay.
No.
It's referring to a war that happened like a week or two ago, maybe a little bit longer, that somebody joined, like a commission member joined, and they called it third party.
That's correct.
So,
that was Rubinho.
When Avante
Rimini
was
versus
fighting
somebody.
Rimini, Avante was fighting Rimini, and we got DQ'd because a Rubino guy joined one of our sessions, and we got claimed for it being third party, even though, you know, it obviously wasn't. But just making it a crew session just avoids.
Hey, you want to season them steaks real quick?
Altogether.
All right. So I don't want to dumb down and spend a lot of time on this topic, please. So let's hope we can get through this one. Ensure that every turf war must occur in a crew session. So this would just be mandated by turf overseers and making sure that no other session is used, because some people have it on invite onlys. Maybe they just don't know better, and then other people join, and then it looks stupid. This would just ensure that every time somebody hosts it, you see that it's a true crew session and nothing more, or the war doesn't happen. Does anybody else have any counterpoints to that? Because if not, we can move straight to voting.
There was a point of if a crew joins a turf war, and that crew either has to leave in 10 minutes or they get involved in that turf war and part of their turf. That being said, I mean, it should never be a DQ. It just, that crew gets that warning, and if they don't leave, they put up turf. If a crew doesn't have turf, they should get a suspension.
But again, it would be in a 2-crew session from now on, so that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I like crews joining and getting that turf as well. I don't know.
Okay, so let's get on the voting. Avante?
Yes.
If you would avoid
Zingano?
I forgot what we're voting on.
Zingano?
Yes. Yes.
Du Bois?
I think he said yes.
Yes.
Hughes?
Yeah.
Gigante?
Let's go, Jared.
Yes.
Roddy?
Not here.
Impero?
Not here.
Lucas?
Yeah.
Lasagna? Ibeso?
Yeah.
Lucian? Manassi?
Not exactly out.
Yes.
Martelli?
Not exactly
Not here.
Marbello?
Not here.
Matthews?
Say the little button, Frank.
We may be stepping. Nah, don't start that shit. We may be stepping our toes back into this turf shit, so I'll make a decision at a later time.
Hey, I don't remember.
Let's go!
Let's go! Hey, quiet down, bro. Let's get on with this shit.
Alright, Alex, your turn to get back in the map.
Vittori. Galetto.
Yes.
Gali.
Vittori's
Scarfo.
And Scarfo does as well.
Silva. Rubino.
Yes.
Venerio. Patel. Alright, but next topic.
I didn't get asked. The fuck?
Who are you?
Who? Tribbiani.
Oh, I didn't even think you were here. What's your vote?
It'd be nice to be asked.
I'm not gonna cap. You called like 5 families that weren't here, so.
I know.
The dead crews and then not him.
Hey, what's your vote?
Come on.
Oh, I said yeah.
Okay.
Next topic.
I mean, it don't matter. I just thought
This
yes.
next time.
15 versus 15 brought up by Vaso. 15 versus 15 on turf wars?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what you were okay. So 15
Sounds
versus
like bullshit
15
to
on
me.
turf wars. Vaso, would you like to speak on your topic?
I mean, it's quite simple. 20v10, just ain't it. Crews are still losing. Yeah, whatever. They might as well bring it up for a vote. We brought it up several times.
Right.
If we bring it up, you guys gotta think of how many other small crews could end up changing the city map for the better.
City map stale. Only 4 crews can actually last.
Yeah.
Let's get it changed. This is boring.
So we good to vote then?
I have a counterpoint. I got counterpoints.
Of course.
All
it out, here he
right. So we'll start off here. I have questions for this meeting. The same people that are sitting here proposing 15v15 and campaigning for change, which is fine, change is good. But if we looked at the fact of the matter is the same people that are putting up this topic are the same ones that are refusing to play the rules on the current system that we have.
I mean,
how can those...
I'm playing
hold on though. How can we sit here and demand changes for 15v15 because we're complaining about bigger families, yet the only 2 big families that are dead-ass fighting are in no whack wars where those numbers don't mean shit. We sit here, we bitch all day, every day about how we want 15v15 back, but when we look at the fact of the matter is you break down the math, since we brought 20v10 in, there has been a almost 200% increase in attacking families winning.
I mean, it's also hold up.
Is that all of it?
So where are those crews?
No, I'm not done.
Where are those crews?
So I have questions as far as wanting 15v15 back. What is the reason behind it? Is this to facilitate smaller families moving to city map, or is this to facilitate the larger families being able to fight each other? Because if it is option 2, then I ask why none of the bigger families who are campaigning for this move refuse to at least try 20v10.
You do realize that.
Sorry, can I interrupt you? This isn't a fucking. This isn't a campaign for mayor. Can we just like?
What do you mean? Try 20v10. 20v10 is mandatory. If you do not try 20v10, it's a DQ.
That's what I'm saying. Is nobody has called out on that.
Avaso has been trying the 20v10. We got 20v10 against Ruccio. Yet again, I mean, we still won, yeah, but nevertheless, it's an unfair advantage if you're going against a crew that actually has skill. So, like, there is no winning there. The crew, you say there's more wins, but the map is fucking 4 fams. Like, what do you mean people are winning?
Okay, so I don't understand why we're... Okay, if that's the case, and it's... And I agree as far as the map is a stalemate and changes need to be made, I don't think that we take away from the original concept, which was attack versus defend. That is what TURF was instituted. If we wanted private free mode wars to be private free mode wars, 15v15, that was always agreed upon separately if you wanted that. TURF was designed as a fact that families had something to RP turf in a sense, where okay, we know Gigante's guys are here, we're gonna go fight, we're gonna put our name on the map, why are we not looking at lowering turf cap? Why are we not looking at lowering? If you're
right now,
but that's what I'm.
my
the point
God.
I'm making is
my
point
thing
that I am
is,
making
we
is
can't lower turf cap. Crews like Gigante and like other crews that like a lot of turf don't want to get
I'll
rid
drop
of their
turf right now.
Okay, well then, I'm glad you're on the same page, but nevertheless, I mean, it's a stalemate.
Like, we can't be sitting here and demanding change that at the end of the day, we all know why 15v15 is trying to be pushed right now. It's not to help these smaller families. We all know why.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Right,
because
okay,
if that was the case, we would all be men right now and drop a fucking piece of turf if we're at fucking cap. Because I'm telling y'all straight up.
I would easily drop turf right now, but nevertheless,
that just means someone like Marbello or or someone
that I said at cap. I said at cap.
Yeah, and another family with a big commission will come and take that turf, and it'll just be the same with one extra family.
Rinse and repeat. If I turn around and give crew, like, I'm gonna use Skeletor and Ruccio for instance, 2 new crews got on the map. Avaso, for instance, wiped them off. There is no comp other than the big crews that's
wipe them off? Nigga, you ain't taking us off one time.
We got 2 minutes.
Hold on.
Alright guys, 2 minutes.
Hold on. I just got, like,
wrapping up.
completely talked over there, yo. Like, listen. We can look at 15v15 and that's what we want to argue. If it's going to increase what, I don't know. You're saying smaller families on the map. I completely disagree.
Smaller fans.
But again,
sorry, this isn't a counterpoint. This is still
well,
like
it is
you're
a
not
counterpoint.
saying
What
we
do you
shouldn't
mean
do
it's not a
15 v
counterpoint?
15. You're just saying
I am
why
saying
you
we
want to
shouldn't do
15 v
15 because
It's
it
not.
doesn't make sense for the points that you're providing. You're saying that it's going to help these smaller families. I disagree. I think that there are other avenues to take before going to 15 v 15 and taking away the logic and purpose that we had when we introduced turf.
So next Don's meeting, whenever everyone has, after you drop turf, and listen, after you drop turf again, at the next Don's meeting, is everyone going to drop turf again for one more family to step up?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of 4 right now, it'll be 5 at the next meeting, and then we're going to go to 6.
No,
It's
I
just
think
going to
perhaps
be
that you're trying to
another family
recommend.
after another family coming up.
It's just, that's
It'll
how
be,
it's going
it'll
to
be
Everyone
another
knows
family,
that.
one of these big commissions coming up and taking
All right,
that turn.
time's up.
But that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the major league. Higher map is supposed to be little league. You're not supposed to have smaller
Rocco,
families.
don't mean to be rude,
but the
but
requirement
time's
for
up.
Little League is actually
All right, time's up.
Hey,
Let's get
we're
moving.
voting.
to be
We're voting.
rude, guys.
Avante.
Yes.
Tangano.
No vote.
Boys.
Undecided.
Deuce.
Yeah.
Gigante.
No.
Rowdy.
You vote no if you want proof.
Pero. Lucas.
No.
Dania. Evasa.
I've also was votes yes.
Let's go, Donnie.
Manasia.
Yes.
Marvello. Marvello.
Not here. Skip.
Matthews.
We'll be voting at a later time.
Ramini.
Yes.
Coletto.
Coletto votes no.
Just put yourself to disadvantage.
Garfo.
We'll vote later.
Rubino.
Rubino
You
votes yes.
skipped.
Did you just skip me
Area.
again, bro?
You skipped Silva.
What's the vote? Because
Silva
ever
is
since
no.
I joined the game, everybody
Silva
just
votes
kinda
no.
angry and shit.
I have proof as well.
Even now.
Yo, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
since I-
No, sorry.
Hey, hush, shut
You
the
skip
fuck up.
Rubino, so
You're
skip.
trying
If they're not here, then let them vote in themselves.
Yeah, they can vote later.
Gribiani vote no.
Venaria.
Yeah, I still don't know the vote because I know you've been saying
15 v 15 for turf, probably.
15 versus 15.
That's stupid as fuck. What's the point of it? Like, no, bro. That's dumb.
Okay, so, alright, so
Vital.
no.
Alright.
This is giving everybody a fair chance, but like, come on, what's the point of building your families? You know, some niggas.
Alright, so.
My thing is if everybody
Next
wants
topic.
to compromise on that, just drop the cap.
Next topic.
what I said.
Is
Yeah, bring it up as a topic on the next one and we can discuss it.
It's a
next
topic.
topic. Can we please?
Okay,
implement a
I've
rule
returned. What
to
topic
where
are we on?
fans-
What the
We're
fuck
voting
is
on
that?
15 versus 15 turf wars.
What's the next topic, man? I thought of
Next topic. Alright, next topic. Can we please implement a rule to where fams cannot just dispute and try to add on to their DQs, because if those DQs were never added when the war
Sorry,
was started.
you've missed two topics.
Man, delete that stupid ass shit. Man.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm
Yo,
going in
can y'all
order.
let him fucking finish? Like,
Yeah.
he's trying to
He's
read
missed-
somebody else's
He's
topic.
missed
Like,
topics.
be
My
a
topic,
fucking
nigga, delete that
professional.
stupid ass shit.
Sit the fuck back and mute your mic.
Go
Niggas
back
talk
to
about
community
delete that
rules for
dumbass
turf
shit,
wars
please.
with only changeable option being wax or no wax. Ramini.
So
yeah, it's
I
pretty
will speak
self-explanatory.
on this, just because I feel like lately we are one of the most disputed crews every
Hey,
time
shut the
we have a
fuck
free
up.
mode war. Every single free mode war ends with a dispute, and I have seen all of these disputes. I think all of them are an unfair system, and I really think that the dispute system should
Sorry,
be
what?
looked
I
at.
think you're on the wrong topic.
No, we're on.
We're talking about
She's
disputes.
explaining something.
I'm not
Yo,
done.
Stop being fucking rude.
Yeah, it's the topic. Just go with it.
the topic is throwing in random DQs and everything after the fact of the war, correct?
You know, we're on
Yes,
we're on the only
No,
changeable
it's
option being wax
it's
or no wax.
changeable. Yeah.
So, listen, my issue with the dispute system as it stands
It's the
currently
wrong
is
topic.
That's the wrong topic. Yo, it's go back to community rules for turf wars with the only changeable option being wax or no wax.
No, I think that's what you.
Well, you prefaced that topic with the discussion of disputes, but okay. As far as community rules, I agree because recently we just had a turf war with Minaccia, and as many have saw, the rules were quite literally 2 pages of rules, which I just think is unnecessary, and it's immature and it's petty. I think you need, if
I
you're
call them
having a
Geneva
turf war-
Conventions.
If you're having a turf war, it should be a set guide of rules and with interchangeable wax or no wax. I think the sending of 2 pages of rules is just ridiculous.
Watch the clerk going off. Watch out.
Yo, I've never met a bigger group of fucking children.
Hey, yo, fam, this why I be coming to the meetings, bitch. This shit been uninteresting since I joined.
I get what Betsy saying.
To combat,
Bye, Ralphie.
to combat your
See you later, Ralphie.
reasoning.
No, Vito. I got this. If you call me out, it should be my rules.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
the
care.
advantage.
If I want
Vinny,
you to wear this
understand it should
exact
be
white
your
cowboy
rules,
hat,
but
you
you
should be
put
wearing this
things-
exact white cowboy hat.
Vinny,
were
by the
putting
same
things- you were
time, you
putting
are very
rules such
petty with
as-
our rules.
You
No
have to
cost
put
right now.
sunglasses number 9. Like,
Yeah,
come
see,
on.
that didn't get passed,
Yeah.
so that topic's irrelevant. Move on.
Bro. Half y'all niggas like
But you want
yo,
turf war
can
for
somebody-
activity, but when
Alright.
someone makes a call out on a family and you send 2 pages of rules that are
Okay, and then-
absolutely ridiculous, it kills turf wars.
In the turf
I
war,
will
you choose to
say-
approve or
okay.
not to
If
approve
y'all
those
don't
rules.
like the
I just
rules
wanna
taken,
say-
y'all should stop
Good,
it.
let turf wars die.
Alright,
I
so
will
since-
say
But then
this.
it makes
since
another
seems like-
family not want to
Sorry,
call someone
that's
out
like
if you're going to
saying
get slapped
that's
with
like
two
saying
pages
you
of
do a
rules.
no.
It's ridiculous.
That's like saying if you do a no whack war and then last more than 5 hours, it gets boring. So you're ruining turf wars.
It does
Doesn't matter
indeed.
if you're trying to find a
okay,
balance.
Adding more rules is
Can I-
other fault
can I
for
speak,
agreeing
please?
to not
If
do
you
wax.
don't like
If you're
something,
coming
Yo,
out,
listen,
then
listen,
don't
listen,
have
One
to.
at a
Order.
time. One at a
Can
time.
I would like to
somebody-
speak.
Can I
I'd
make
like
Yeah,
to
there's
speak.
hella niggas that sound like that.
I would like to speak. So I will touch on a couple things. I felt like that was surprisingly well said from somebody that is generally retarded. With that being
Come on now. I am not retarded.
with that
I
being
have a
said,
bachelor's
Yeah,
and
she's
I'm going for my
qualified.
doctorate
She's
right
a
now.
qualified
I am not
nurse,
retarded.
guys. She's very
I
qualified.
have my
With that
bachelor's
being
degree.
said-
I'm in a
okay,
doctorate
with that being
program.
said-
I am not retarded, my man.
With
Vinny, is
that
this
being
not the
said-
Washington Post?
With that being
Listen,
said,
bro.
Call me Doctor
she made
IRL.
she made
No.
some valid points as far as
I will. I'm gonna do my
people bitching about wanting activity, but then making rules that hurt turf wars.
Number 9
And
out of 20.
I agree with the other side of it. You call me out, it's my rules. But I do think at some point there's a rule. For example, let's say, Deus calls out Gigante, and I ban all shoes but dress shoes number 36. Not only does that make it...
Gio used to run your crew, that would make a lot of sense.
Don't forget no white fedoras.
Not only does that make it difficult for the people playing, obviously for TOs and making it quite ridiculous for the players, it makes it completely asinine for TOs to have to review, in some cases, 20 different pairs of shoes. We wonder why turf wars are hurting.
TOs have the ability to just tell.
So again, I understand that, but I'm just saying I agree. I agree to the part of what she is saying. I think there is some validity to some of it. So, and for those who are saying,
rule stupid or not,
for
they can say
for
like, hey, you
those
can't use
Relook
that.
that anyway.
for those who are saying to try to get her to shut up, she is granted the same 15 minutes we are on topic if she wishes to speak on those 15 minutes. I'm just saying. As much as she is a clown.
Energio Gigante?
Alright, so I would like to make a statement. Alright, I'll make a statement after.
It'll be quick. To an extent, I agree. And I think my issue with this is I've seen it happen on different occasions. It just gets overseen by turf overseers, and then it'll be a stupid rule that's put in. Then they'll go to the one that oh wait, no, that's not allowed. But the rule's already approved, and there's a stupid rule. But you should be allowed to do stuff like I want to ban compounds because I don't want you guys just go and camp in a compound the whole time. Or I want to, I don't know, I can't think of a fucking rule, but I want to ban helicopters because I don't want you guys flying at sky limit through the fucking map all the time because you don't want to get whacked, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Sky limit.
Well, you can if we're
yeah,
doing
exactly.
the new
That's
rules.
what we're talking
Can I make my
what
statement?
the rules are, because putting in so many petty, like minuscule rules, I just think is over the top. It's extra, like.
Okay.
Maybe
Community
putting
rules,
in
you
like
can set a sky limit.
this one crew doesn't like rooftops, so you
Can I-
ban rooftops.
Just
you
to
have to have
finish off.
some
Okay,
sort of limit.
Can I make my
Rules
statement?
Okay,
like
let's
that
have a
are put in-
compromise.
All right, let him
Can I
talk.
just finish? Can I
let him
finish?
talk.
Bro,
Can I
let
just
Don,
make
yo,
my
let
statement?
Chicago talk.
Thank you.
Let me finish
thank
my
you.
point first.
I
Let me
just.
finish my point. I never finished.
Okay.
I never finished. But there are certain aspects where it's not just the whole type of turf war is not, oh, I've got the arm, I can see bullets, bing bing, you know? You've got to use your head as well, and some of these rules are meant to trick people out who are fucking stupid and don't know what they're doing. And if you have people in your crew that are fucking stupid and can't tell the difference between sunglasses number 9 and sunglasses number 10, then that's your issue, you know what I mean?
Why are we talking about
I
this?
can't tell the difference.
If y'all just come back to public lobbies and fight, you ain't got to worry about all these dumbass fucking rules and shit.
Okay, so thank you.
Who said that?
That's
Frank, what the fuck?
So my statement
Okay,
is essentially.
okay.
1 minute.
Is
Closing
my-
argument.
Alright, my statement is essentially just I agree that all of these petty, idiotic rules are stupid and they do ruin wars. And not only do they ruin wars, but they ruin the community for a lot of people. And I know that, you know, a lot of you are going to say, oh, well, if they can't hang, there's the door, baby, whatever. But I've seen countless people, not just new people from random communities, whatever, but OGs say they're completely done with this community because of dumbass, sneaky, petty rules like that. Like, the difference between glasses 10 and 9. Who gives a shit, bro? No, who cares what somebody's wearing? Why make that a rule? It's just it's not even legit anymore the way we do wars. It's just sneaky fucking political bullshit.
Okay, hear me out.
Time's up.
Hear me out.
That's my statement.
On every,
That's all I
let
want.
me speak.
Time
I
is
have
up.
one more thing to say.
Let's find a
before we-
compromise. We can
Let
find
her
a
speak.
compromise.
What is her
vote need
topic?
to
Let her
be?
speak. It's her topic.
Do it for Jesus.
One more thing before we move on to a vote. The same notion that you want to make 15-15 a rule, or that you made 20v10 a rule, is for the fairness of turf wars, right? A turf war is PvP, it's for turf. It's not to sit here and make sunglasses number 9 a rule. We want to keep this fair, we want to keep it fun, and we want to keep this active. So for that same fairness you had with 15-15 or 20v10, I hope that you keep that same consideration in mind.
TOs can
Did you break
Okay,
it down?
if I wanna have
Okay,
five, okay.
Hold on,
Yo.
hold on. Hey, Rob,
All right,
you said,
what's
right?
the vote?
TO
What's the
can
vote
say if
need to
the
go?
rule is allowed or not.
Okay,
What is the
valid
vote
point in
need to be?
2021.
Does it need to be
Hold on.
what they are
If
saying
you
to
get
where?
if you get the rule advantage,
Oh my.
why should you get the number advantage?
Dude,
Explain that.
you shouldn't get dog. That we're circling back to problems from other rules. This is why y'all just don't understand. Like, this is why we had 20 versus 10. This is why we had the rules set up the way we did. I'll put it this way: if this doesn't pass in this, TOs will have a private meeting about it and have a chit chat and make sure that no fucking retard shit with glasses flies. Because obviously, all of us as TOs, and I speak for all of us here, we don't want to see. Yeah, well, we don't want to see wars decided by, you know, people wearing sunglasses. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah, why are we voting
Alright,
on this
do we need a
anyways?
vote?
TOs have the
Do we
power
need
to
a
do
vote?
this
Voted
shit.
on.
They're
That's
gonna
what
do
it
what
is.
the fuck they want anyway.
All right, moving on.
What number 9 sunglasses? Because I want them.
Yo.
How many times we got
We need a
left?
vote.
Hey,
Right,
fuck.
here, Nino. These are them.
Avante.
Oh, they're sick.
Avante.
Sorry, what's the actual topic? Is it like just
Making
no
turf
wax or
wars
no
wax or no wax only.
No.
I just, like,
Limiting
can I
the
just ask
rules
why are we-
and making the, we're not voting. That we all just unanimously, besides
Well,
you can't really do that because people who aren't here,
do that
people.
anyway. They have their own document. Why aren't
What
they
are y'all
using it?
niggas voting on? Hold on.
Okay.
There's no reason for
So are we voting or are we not voting?
No.
There's
No
no reason
vote.
to. Turf overseers.
Hey, how many topics we got left?
Next topic.
We got a few.
Damn, thanks, man.
Like
having a look into the
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah. So
having a current look into the limit on turf.
who thinks we should drop the turf cap by 1 or 2? You know, y'all want to talk fairness, Rocco? You said you drop a turf. Let's see it.
Has it
Right now?
been dropped in the past? What's
Dude,
the
right now, Rocco.
Hold on.
Let's
Hold on. Hold on. Is this the topic? Is this what we're talking about?
This is
Yes,
the topic.
it's a
Dropping
change.
a
Okay. Not only will I drop a turf if it is voted, I am willing, and I've spoke to other families here, to host a bit of a mini tournament for one of Gigante's turfs. You know, Gigante would oversee the war. We would make sure that it is fair. It would be by community rules. And, you know, however many, let's say we have 4 families enter, we can have a bit of a bracket, and we could go from there. I'm not about holding on to turf. I said this since day one. It's just an emblem on a map. People don't use it the way that it should be used. So, hey, you want me to drop a turf?
Okay, so the real question is like, what would the limit be then? So what would the limit
questions.
drop
I
down?
say
I would say 6.
But why are we dropping turf now if we're bringing back 15v15?
Yeah.
We're doing both.
But then, sorry,
Right, it's
the
the playing
topic
field.
is.
Why are we doing both?
The topic is.
Yeah, and I'm asking a question. So suck my fucking dick.
Attack, bro.
Kick him for 3 meetings. Half of you niggas sound like y'all need tissues. Don't be doing that in my ear for real.
I'm gonna fucking tell him.
Let's get back on topic. Hey, get back on topic.
Yeah, man, just teach Donnie how answering questions goes.
Discuss it and let's fucking move on with a vote. Come on.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, let's take it down to 5 so more families have
Why
opportunities.
couldn't we drop it and still pass the 15v15?
Actually, I have something to say about this. I haven't spoken the whole time. I agree with what Rocco's saying. I think we should go back down to the we could drop down at least 1 turf.
Yeah.
Just put it to 6.
Yeah.
Put it to 6 or maybe 5 at most.
Yeah,
Because honestly, since it's limit.
I ain't done talking, bro. That's on God.
You have to go black for a minute, bro. No, like on a real note though, like you're not giving like smaller families a chance to get onto the city turf map. So that's why there's only like a select few. Like personally, coming from my standpoint, I don't care if I get whacked. I just called the boss out for a turf war. I don't give a fuck. But it's like you could still drop down at least 1 turf. It does like you don't need 7 pieces of turf on a fucking 19-year-old
like,
game,
you get
bro.
You get 7 turfs. There's no reason for you to fight
So
for
how
more
about
turf.
how about you guys discuss on what the limit should be then?
0. How about we just?
Personally, I say let me just
explain why I like
here,
5 as the number.
real quick. Here, Chicago. Let me
Explain
say
why,
this.
bro.
and then I'll
You
let
explain
go.
that shit.
Let me say this. And I'll let you go. The original cap was 5, and that was fine for a minute, and then people were like getting greedy over how many turf they
So
wanted.
greedy, bro.
And there's no reason for you to be so greedy over like a piece of turf on a game that's like older than me. So like
Nothing but facts.
It's GTA. Let's just calm down a minute.
Yeah,
Does
man.
anybody-
It
does
doesn't
anybody
matter.
here
Drop it
know
down
how
to
many
5.
times- Does anybody here know how many times that we have been in a meeting and have changed the fluctuation of how many turfs you could have?
Which
No,
is
I don't.
exactly why we should be doing
Yeah,
15 because obviously changing turf is not working.
They don't like answering
That is pretty obvious, bro.
Many times.
Yeah.
It's not working.
No, you could
using that logic.
do the 15v15 and go down 1 turf cap.
Using that logic,
absolutely
I got something to say here. Using that logic that you just used, how rule changing isn't working, maybe perhaps we look at the real problem here. You know, everybody wanted to step up here and bang.
Envious is the real problem.
Everybody wanted to fucking step up here and be real men and fucking ban whack lobbies. Why don't we all step up and be real men and fucking ban turf maps? Because ain't nobody want to get on the game unless it's a turf war.
I
No, I do nothing but facts, dude.
Envious is the problem.
Rocco, fucking preach it.
Y'all niggas is hurt my motherfucking
I'm not
head.
gonna lie, ever since turf became a thing, it's been nothing but issues.
Yeah,
I don't even remember Cruz being on compound. The only Cruz that
Some of the best.
On God, bro.
You know what? Better yet, stop talking over each other. Are y'all
Can I
children
just
or
say?
fucking?
Yeah, I'm a
Can I
child.
just say?
Like,
Can I
you
just
sound
say-
like it. You acting
Can I
like
just
it.
say
Shut your ass
that
up,
I would
Nico.
say the best years, some of the best years in this community was before we even started doing turf.
That is true. That is true.
I will
There's-
say,
Yo,
sorry.
Anybody that's been around long enough
Let's
knows
change.
that.
Let's edit my topic to banning the turf map in general.
I
Sorry, can I just say-
I will
can I just say
step up here.
one-
I will
one
step up
thing
here
about
and
turf
minutes left,
be
guys.
a
2
fucking
minutes and we're
be a
wrapping
man
up.
about it. If we're all sitting here chit-chatting about the problems, da-da-da-da-da, we all agree, and Avante, you said it yourself, you know, we're sitting here changing rules, nothing ever happens, it doesn't help. All we do is sit around bitching about activity, fucking banning whack lobbies didn't do it. Well, motherfucker, why don't we try
Turf.
banning turf then?
Turf is gonna do it.
We all sit around
They like to
bitching.
Hear me out. I'm saluting to you right now.
Bro, Rocco for president.
Wait, let's talk about this for a second.
Rocco.
Yo, shut up.
Rocco.
Naturally,
me talk.
banning turf.
Yo,
Naturally,
shut
banning
up.
turf is gonna get more crews on the game because
Rocco
crews
2024.
use turf as an excuse.
What's
That
the
being
worst
said,
that's
we'll
gonna
see
happen?
more
Jacob, shut the fuck up.
Let Donnie talk, man.
Banning turf will just make crews want to go into publics to prove their activity. Because the only way to prove
They
it
don't
right
like
now
one
is
of
That
them
is
pushing
true,
back.
bro.
I still
This is very, 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 very,
If we
very
get
true.
if
But
we
time's
get rid
up.
of turf, we'll see more crews.
Tell him.
Tell them true time's
Tell him,
up.
Doc.
Time's
Donnie,
up.
Nico talking about that's great true time's up.
See Frank back on GTA.
Yo, I'll give you back. Can I say something real quick?
Yo, for real, time is up.
You're gonna no.
Yo,
shut up.
Scruffer, can I say something real quick?
No.
That's cool.
No,
Fuck the
you
time.
said a lot.
Yeah, you have my permission.
Well, so wait, hold on though. What are we voting on though? That's what I.
Banning
That's what I'm
turf.
Banning turf, bro. We need to go to a vote.
Yeah,
We
banning
banning turf? Say less. Say less.
Scalotto says yes.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Do the voting.
Vote.
Do the voting.
Automatic yes,
Alright,
bro.
Avante.
I'm
Sorry,
excited.
What are we voting on? Banning turf.
Banning turf.
Yep, banning turf.
Let's do it temporary for a month.
Hey, shut
No,
up.
no.
It's gonna
Okay,
be
hold on.
right
Yeah, yeah.
lit to
No,
know.
you see how
I'm
it
not
goes,
asking every fucking family. I'm asking Avante.
I'm
No,
begging.
Masari. Listen,
Hello?
when we sat there and banned whack lobbies, we hadn't gone for a month, and then we came back the next meeting to talk about it. Let's do the exact same thing.
Yes,
with turf.
exactly.
Get rid for a month, and then.
But
So
hold on.
whoever loses their turf off the turf map gets
Hey,
it back next. Hey, hold on.
Yeah,
If
somebody
you have
keep the turf
right
map
now,
and we'll reinstate
yeah,
the same
keep the turf map.
I will
So
keep a
next
copy of
month,
the
if we
turf
decide
map.
to bring it back,
Just hit
everyone
a
keeps their
pause on
turf.
turf.
Alright, cause
That
I
would
gotta
be
lose. It's in my notes, bro.
What about the
Okay,
turf war
Avante.
coming up tomorrow? If
Avante.
Vaso has one with Fiato, do we let him play it out?
Okay, so hold on.
Somebody answer that.
No.
Who the fuck just screamed?
Who was that?
No, next nigga that yells in my ear like that.
Listen, if we need to
Listen.
iron this, we need to
Relax.
iron
Stop
it out.
talking,
Motherfuckers
man.
screaming over nothing.
Hello.
Hi, Rocco.
Hey,
Alright,
stop
we're trying to-
talking. I'm gonna start fucking
Alright,
kicking
listen.
people.
No, I'm sorry. We need to iron this out. We're talking about
It's
banning
ironed
turf, we
out.
have
Literally
to
what
iron
it
it.
is. This is what it is.
Dude,
jump the voting. Shut up. Shut
I'm
up.
fucking
Jump the voting.
spazzing, kid.
Can
Shut
you
up.
stop
Someone's trying to fucking
You just stop
talk.
talking,
Yeah,
People
bro,
bro.
throw
listen.
questions and you're rushing the vote. People want to see,
Yeah,
alright, well,
listen,
if there's
yeah,
wars
pause.
coming, we want to hear what's doing.
We can't
Okay,
logically
so
we can't
I
even
would
vote
say
on it.
this.
It is not a topic. It is not a topic.
Well, we're
It's not a
voting
topic
right
on
now.
What do you mean?
We've
What do you
already,
mean?
yo, we've
Hold on.
already
Back
So
up.
if we go back next
Back up.
year,
Back
if
up.
we go back
Let
next
Rocco
month,
talk, man.
and it goes on the document for next month, that gives everyone a month
Actually,
to go and talk about
We
the
doing it
hierarchies.
now,
I
bro.
cannot
Actually,
go
bro, let's
and
go to a
vote
vote.
the rest of my hierarchy. I cannot go and
Vontae,
vote
if
without
you listen-
everyone
Yo,
saying
hey,
it.
Just
I'm
vote
gonna
no if you
vote.
don't like it.
A lot of people here cannot go and
If
vote
you don't
without
like
saying
it,
what
vote no.
everyone else in their family has to say.
Okay, yes, so you can vote
You have
no.
48 hours
Alternatively,
after, or 24 hours
alternatively, whoever submitted the topic, I heard them say switch my topic to banning turf.
Yes, yes,
So,
Manassi.
and that has happened before. So I will also add on to this very quickly. I would assume that any turf wars that have been, like if you've already called out for turf, I'm gonna say something now. Nobody can call out after right now, 8:53 p.m. Eastern.
Well, I mean,
Too late.
Hold on.
I just made one.
Even then, just
It
turn
would have
around
to
and
play
make
out.
those wars to private free mod wars. Just turn them to private free wars, play the crews, and
Or
then
just
have them
postpone
go for
them.
that month.
No,
Yeah,
wait,
you
hold
can
on,
actually
hold
play
on.
private wars.
No, listen.
But hold on,
I
back
have-
up though. Like we need to sit here, we need to talk about it. I like sorry to the I'm not taking control of nothing. I just want to say this community is fucking, you know.
Okay,
But-
again, at the end of the
Go
day,
on.
we spent 15 fucking minutes on it. The time's
Yeah,
up.
but we need
the
to
vote
iron it out.
is not going to go
Iron
anywhere.
it out.
We're going to
It's
try this
fine.
out
We just
for a
start
30-day
voting?
period.
The
I mean, it's a
community
30-day period.
wants-
This is the best topic that's come on that list for a while.
The community wants to
This
iron
needs to
it
be
out.
s-
That
this
being
needs to
said,
be
fuck the
spoken about.
timer
This needs to
and
be
let's
spoken
talk
about.
about it.
Listen,
This
no,
needs to be
listen.
spoken.
I agree. Listen, there doesn't need to be a time limit when it needs to be talked about. So whoever's talking about the timer, I'm gonna shove the
Fucking
timer
Nico,
down your
bro.
throat, fucker.
I'm talking about the timer because we've done this plenty of times. And that's how
Alright,
we do
yo,
it.
there's too many
We don't
niggas
wanna
talking at the
bring-
same time.
Nico,
I'ma
we
holler
don't
at y'all
wanna bring
niggas
something
later, yo.
into this shit without
Goodbye.
it being
But here's the
Ralphie.
thing, Donnie.
We need to
Most people
iron
are
it out.
arguing and
Look at
talking
that.
over each other. I agree with you.
Okay.
Most people
Well,
are
okay,
talking
let-
over each other and not ironing
Alright,
out.
well,
If we
then
could
everyone-
sit here and
everyone
have
shut
a...
up. Alright, okay, everyone shut up. We need to iron out the fact that people still have active call-outs, what's gonna happen to those, and what's gonna happen after the month, and whether it'll go well, like if it goes well, it goes. But if it
Can I speak for a second?
If it comes back,
See,
is
here's
it gonna
the thing.
reset or is it gonna be the same map?
I can
Alright, so
put an end
there's
to
two,
part of it right
there's
now.
two subtopics that we have to discuss.
Okay,
Is what
yes, yes,
Donnie's
yes, I-
saying. Is anybody else have any
Hold
other
on, no,
subtopics
hold
that
up.
need to be
Rocco has
Rocco
something.
can
do you have
Rocco can
something?
handle this very quickly. Rocco can handle
Let
this really
Rocco
quickly.
talk,
We
man.
have the majority
Like
of
the-
TOs in this meeting right now. Ralphie just left. Yo, TOs, let's have a little chit chat here. Everybody else be quiet. 1 sec. What do we want to do? We want to postpone if this gets passed, or do we want to let him play? What do we want to do? I'm for postponing.
I'd postpone it.
Postpone
I'd
as well.
say let him-
Sparrow.
I'd say let him play it.
Is Singano here?
Yeah, I agree with the postpone.
Okay, postponing. Scarfo,
I
you
go
are going to be a
majority.
TO. Okay. Okay,
I
so you're
go
going to go with
majority.
majority. So that's majority vote right
Okay,
there.
so hold up,
So that,
hold
let me
up.
just type this out. Let me type this out. Hold on. We got to
Rocco,
do
hold
things
on.
official here.
So if-
Gigante.
Can
I'll
we
put a question.
approve all the rules that have already been like waiting on being approved? That way, if somebody
They-
retracts
We'll
their
get the-
call
I
out
have a-
It is
before the
post-
We'll get
postponement is up.
the House.
Hold up,
I have
okay,
a-
hold up. Rocco,
So
Rocco.
all these calls
Hold
with
on,
that
no,
retraction
hold up. TOs, actually, TOs, this is for you. So this being said, say I have an active call that's been up for a week. It gets postponed. Can we have it so it restarts the whole 2 weeks for me
The
to
2
play
weeks
again?
would restart. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Yes. Okay, so let's just say a month from now, the meeting, so let's say July 27th. At July 27th, you would have 2 weeks to schedule that war. And everything to get approved, et cetera, et cetera. So the 2 weeks would reset. Because we're banning turf, so, you know, it resumes the next month. Alright, so now that we're on the same page with TOs, now we can look at, okay, see what we're doing here? We hopped a hurdle, now we can keep running the race here. So if we want to get to the vote, we can get to the vote.
Well, hold on. If I have a call out on somebody right now, does that
Yes.
and I retract before
So-
the war comes?
If
Do
you
I? Anything happen?
Okay,
If they're
no,
already
so be
approved,
postponed and then
same
retract when it
rules
comes
apply.
back. Like, just retract when it comes
Okay,
back.
but what about you and Fiato or whatever? What if they retract
means-
before? Like,
Okay,
they just can't
well, if they
retract.
Turf's
Okay,
banned.
look,
What are you
listen.
gonna get?
Listen, no,
retraction
listen.
though?
Let me
If
talk.
they
Let me talk real
retract
quick.
We're
now,
talking about if it comes
if
back.
they re-
Stop.
Listen,
Fuck off.
their call out will remain, and if they want to retract, they can retract if it comes back. Like, it's simple. If they
Donnie,
retract
let me-
now,
let me say
like, that's it, it's gone.
Donnie, let me say something, man. Okay, who said about Fiato versus Vaso? Who was that?
That was
who
me.
Was that? Was it?
That's tomorrow,
That-
isn't it? Right?
No.
No. So pretty.
When is
so
that?
Pretty much.
Fuck.
No, we haven't even gotten a fucking time yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Okay,
they
What did I
made
say
it
earlier?
like-
Dude?
Okay,
Somebody
oh,
was
listen,
on
let me talk.
Pause. Yeah, let him speak, yo.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What they're saying, everything's gone until the month happens, until the next meeting. There's no call outs until next month. So that means no turf for a month.
Yeah, the chats will get locked down.
There's nothing.
Okay, yes. So literally, like, nothing happens in the month.
Alright,
Everything would
so
resume on the
schedule- we can
27th,
schedule a
regardless of
proper
how far along your call out is, alright? So now we're gonna,
Not the
with
27th.
Scarfo, with the 27th of July, or like the next
the
meeting.
Sunday.
The next,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Sorry, I should be clear. The next meeting. The next Don's meeting, then it would resume, assuming turf is voted to resume. So with that being said, Masari and Scarfo, if you would like to do voting, if nobody else has to speak, I guess now would be time. Unless anybody else has anything to say.
People are gonna go
Does anyone else have
bitching about
anything to
this.
say?
Go to voting, bro.
Alright. Avante. Avante.
No vote.
Singano.
No vote for now.
Boys.
Yes.
Undecided.
Yes,
hold on.
you're undecided.
The undecided overrides my vote.
Cool.
What the what?
So are we vote yes is to ban the turf map, just so I'm clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Gigante.
You know I'm about it. I proposed it. Fuck yeah. Fuck this shit. Yeah, let's fucking go, Rob.
Hey, keep
Yes,
Grotty. Grotty.
Yes. Not here.
Impero.
Not here.
Lucas.
Yeah. Let's go.
Kusani.
Let's go. Not
Evasa.
Avasio's here.
How long do I have to vote? I kind of want to clear out with my hike.
24 hours.
Oh, wait, okay. I'm.
No, you got 15
mine's
seconds,
no vote
Donnie.
for now.
God damn
Yo.
it.
I was gonna vote yes. That's Chris. Oh.
Manasia.
Yes.
Martelli.
Not here.
Marvella. Matt.
Not here.
Not yet, but fuck yeah.
If I can back up really quick, Marvella voted yes. I have
proof, please. Alright, bet.
I'm sorry, yes. Ramini.
We vote no to ban turf.
Satori.
Get him, Kaz.
Skeletto.
Skeletto votes yes.
Skeletto votes yes.
Get him, Curious.
Lee.
Yes.
Scarfo. Scarfo.
Nico, what the fuck you doing?
Skip it, nigga.
Rubino. Viviani.
I don't believe in him.
Yes.
Venerio. Vital.
Pretty one-sided.
Cool.
Alright, bet.
Dubois changes their vote to yes.
Alright.
That a boy, that a boy, that a boy.
Oh,
let's go.
Really
Let's
quickly,
go.
I just want to say, like, for all y'all who are complaining about change and not activity in this community, I'm just saying if y'all don't vote yes, it's only a month suspension. We got some serious problem here.
Oh, we got.
Yo, Donnie.
Because that's looking like bias for some
Come
turf
on,
shit.
Donnie, peer pressure.
Absolutely.
For a month.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah.
No,
next.
I definitely want it
Hey.
done, but I mean, my hike as a whole, like.
I understand
that's
that,
the same
but
with me. I cannot
Take a
vote
hit.
without talking to my guys.
a lot of you were just
Next
campaigning
topic.
with me for it, and then when the vote came,
No. I mean,
Next topic.
I
A
definitely.
lot
would
of people have to
vote
talk
yes,
to
but-
their guys first.
Hey,
and, you know,
yeah,
fair
I
enough, they
understand.
can't just go and say
I
fuck
understand.
off.
Shut
My guys
up.
bully
Let's
me.
move on. Alright.
Talk to
Can
the
we
guys
please
for what? They're
implement a
leaders.
rule? Can we please implement a rule to where fams cannot dispute and try to add on their DQs?
Should we just skip that? Same as
Yeah, we should skip that for now.
Alright, community topics.
just bring it up next month.
Hold on. No, wait, what was the topic though? Because
It was-
I have a question. I have a question.
Go ahead.
To be fair, we should still do these turf things because it's not banned.
it's not official.
There's
So
nothing,
just keep-
there's nothing wrong with putting it in and bringing
It's
it up
not
next month.
There's no
officially
more.
Yeah,
There's no
banned
more.
yet.
There's
So
Oh, there's
still
no more
bring
turf
it
ones?
up.
Okay, I apologize. That's my fault then. If there's no more, there's no more.
So just
Okay,
bring
cool.
up this one since it's not officially banned.
So-
It's only banned for the month.
So, and I do want to say, if any of the previous rules, like for example, hold on here. I guess the only one is, oh no, the 2 crew one and the 15v15, if those are voted, still you can't speak about them for 3 meetings, just so we're all clear on that. You still can't speak
so
about them for
we-
3 meetings, regardless.
Are we
Yo,
skipping
Nico.
9?
Sure.
Or are we
Yo.
what?
Are you gonna be turf overseer when there's no turf, or are you just gonna be turf overseer?
There'll be
during...
no turf.
Okay,
overseas.
hey, dude, let's.
Well,
But no, that's what
Hey,
I'm
man.
saying. Like,
There's no
hey,
turf
man.
overseas.
sorry.
Move on.
That joke.
Just-
Why you,
Hey.
why
Please
you
move to
asking
10.
me? You ask any other TO.
Shame on
Operator
you.
topic. Operator.
Yeah, move to operator.
Lexter by Sparrow.
Sparrow, you're here?
What happened? Wait, off
Operator.
radar?
Yeah, I'll
Speak up.
Alright. Off radar. Everyone wants to stop. So everyone's
fuck was
complaining
that?
about the oppressors and shit, publics, and all the this and that.
Hey, shut the fuck up and let him speak.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Jeez.
Talked to a lot of people about it. A lot of people, soldiers and stuff, they don't really matter as much. They're not the ones voting. But I've talked to a lot of people about it, and they're tired of these oppressors blowing them up. And I think we should bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many? This is like the 4th time that we've unbanned
Okay, so
operator, isn't it?
Rocco the
can I
Big
touch on
Cirillo
it?
would like a
I'd like
word.
to touch on it.
Oh,
Yeah, but you.
I
you,
spoke.
you,
I
you
spoke.
hold on,
I'll
can
go
someone
ahead
answer
and
what I
go.
asked?
You have
Scar
spoken.
fucking go. Scar fucking go.
So I'll go ahead and take it. So I agree with Sparrow, but I also agree in the sense that it would bring back a role play aspect to this community.
Oh, fuck.
Let's be honest, the only thing role play about our names is what it is. Why the fuck are you in a mafia community if you're not one of them? At the end of the day, people are scared of off radar because they don't know how to fucking come that off radar. Just like I can go off radar and come in the lobby and whack you.
They want off radar because Tier 1 always fucking moves them up every time they saw them.
I'm talking. I got the mic. I got
everybody be quiet.
So at the end of the day, fall back. So what I'm trying to get at is back in the day, off radar was brought up because there were different ways you could have done off radar. Now we have a cancer that's Ghost organization that should definitely continue to be banned. But off radar through Lester, it allows a different aspect of the community. You could even get closer with your wax, coming up on them, stabbing them, shit like that. You can be more creative with how you're doing it. And in my opinion, it would bring meanings back to wax. It would give a little bit more purpose.
Make it more meaningless. They're so easy to get.
Hold on. Let him finish, dude. I got the next point, dude. Let him finish, please. I got hell of shit to say on this. Let him finish, dog.
So
please.
we had it back in the day. It got taken out, and for reasons because at the time people were abusing it, this and that, whatever it may be. But I think it is time to bring it back. It's time to bring it back in the sense that we could use it and get more creative, especially being more people are being forced to be in Publix. That allows us, to go on Sparrow's side where you can now get away from these fucking things and not have to hear people complaining and shit.
Bro,
So,
if
anybody's...
Hold on.
No, I'm saying...
Haven't we unbanned off radar like 4 times now?
Hold on, please. I haven't.
It hasn't been brought up in the last 3 months.
Let him speak, because you guys are ruining my
spoke
fucking
all
time.
goddamn evening.
It was brought up 3 months ago, okay? So it wasn't... Whoever keeps saying that. But another thing is whenever you're looking, you talk about real mafia in real life. In real life, nobody tells their target that they're coming to kill them. Their target is not given a notice or being able to see them on a blip or on fucking map. So to have some kind of an aspect that the game does offer us, it's there. It's something that could be used through Lester, just like fucking calling the cops off and shit like that. It's the same concept.
But IRL, you don't have somebody in a helicopter.
Yo, listen.
Rifle.
You guys are literally ruining the defense time. Please. Okay, very good. I'm gonna sum this up real quick. The role play thing. How many times have I sat here and debunked this? We can sit here all day and talk about role play, but this is by the same person, no offense, Nico, who preaches that the community needs to go back to how it was. Everybody knows when you play GTA 4, your blips were on nonstop. You want to talk about role play, you don't have helicopters chasing you, etc., etc. You guys also want to bring up, oh, there's oppressors chasing me, da-da-da-da-da. Well, let me tell you this. The reason off-radar was originally banned is because wax were super common because they are so much easier to get with off-radar. The assassin does not need any more advantage, and seeing that we have blacklisted, or excuse me, banned private lobbies where, you could whack somebody if they joined on you, there's no need to bring off radar back. Now that we have pubs, hold on. Now that we have pubs, the assassin does not need any more help. He can go out and he can get fucking. Hold on. He can go out.
The assassin
and
has
he
just
can
as much
push,
help as the target.
He can
the
go out
target
and
can
push,
go off radar.
He can go out and push the assassin as much as he wants. He can't be whacked in return. Now that with off radar though, why? But
that's
why are we helping? Why are we helping?
Why does the assassin have more advantage?
Why does the assassin get more help now? That's not why. That is why.
Yes, target can go off radar.
So yes. This is the common thing that people say is that the assassin goes off radar, then the person who's about to be assassinated can go off radar. But that falls through the minute you get more than one assassin in the game, because once that time runs out, you are now on a cooldown, and another. you're okay. You're not understanding. That's not the point. If Nico goes off radar while trying to whack me, and I go off radar in return, I now have a cooldown. If he brings in somebody else, they get a whole new minute to be off radar, and there's not dick that I can do.
Not only that, they can all sit in the car and take turns, and their cooldowns will diminish.
But that's
and they will hide them definitely off the map. Wait a second, but on the side note, whenever Flame says something, if I heard him correctly, what he said was oppressors. I don't know if y'all have had a look around these public fucking lobbies. Well, I know y'all haven't, but oppressors ain't really out there like that. They gotta worry about the fucking Nighthawk video, the Nighthawk truck or whatever.
I do want to say what Frank just said. I do want to add up on what Frank just said. Scarfo had said something that he said the reason that it was banned is because it was people who were scared who didn't know how to combat it. What I find funny about that statement is, for all of you that will remember, the entire time Off Radar was banned, Gigante didn't use it. And we were the ones that pushed to ban it. So what I'm saying is, it's not because people are scared. It's for a fair community. It's for a fair
community. It was because Geo had too many people.
Yeah, that was a Gigante.
I completely
Gigante
disagree.
didn't know how to train his people to protect them.
Hey, Scarfo, you out of pocket, bro. You out of pocket.
That's not the case.
Talk your shit, Scarfo. Radar because they just couldn't fucking take it.
Listen. The fact of the matter is, Gigante did everything that you guys could do and more without having to fucking appear off the map. Be a fucking man and come look me in my eye.
This isn't about Gigante. This is about banning. This is about bringing back Off Radar.
And this directly correlates to that. So don't be yelling at me.
Really quick. May I say something really quick? As an ex-Chicago member, I don't want to hear nothing about oppressors, none of that shit. I had to deal with Tier 1 for 3 fucking years straight while trying to fight Valachi and half the fucking community on Off Radar. Listen,
if you didn't have, if you had Off Radar,
but you're talking about oppressors. But you're talking about oppressors, and you want to go Off Radar because of them. I didn't get to, and I still got my head.
Okay,
what
that
the
is
fuck
a
do you
huge
mean?
problem.
That's a great problem. That wasn't my problem.
Just because
what do you mean?
This
It was my
is
problem. I got my head.
No, but just because you can doesn't mean people can. Nevertheless, if people want to go and get away from Jets, they can get Off Radar.
You want to go Off Radar that bad?
I'm not saying mistaken. That is a huge.
I don't even know why this is being brought up.
I don't even know why you guys are arguing right now.
Okay, everyone stop.
Hey, just teach your guys how to combat the fucking oppressors. Plain and simple.
Teach your guys how to combat Off Radar.
Obviously, people can combat it.
People's awareness is so shit, and that's why they don't want Off Radar. They'll get caught. It's
1 minute ain't gonna keep you away from a fucking oppressor, man. If you just
that's
in 1 minute I can get my target.
I'm gonna say this straight.
Let's not forget.
I'm going to say this straight up to you guys. If this passes, I am not about to pull a Geo. Y'all are gonna have to deal with Silvio and Death and a helicopter off the radar. Y'all can't deal with them on the radar. Good luck dealing with them off the radar.
That's perfectly fine.
Best of luck. Good luck.
Let's not forget, this is a roleplay community, bro. Like IRL, you're not gonna know who's. You're not gonna see from a mile away on the map.
You're gonna be able to hear the fucking helicopter.
You're also not gonna be so
I think you would know where the fucking helicopter is.
Wait a minute. If y'all talking about
where the fuck are you from?
Hold on. Listen. If y'all talking about roleplay, whenever a boss got whacked or somebody got whacked, they all sat down and talked about it. The motherfuckers knew they was getting fucking whacked.
Facts, bro. Yo,
the motherfuckers knew they was getting whacked. The bosses sat down and talked about it.
You guys are talking about if in real life if there was a helicopter.
No, the buses would know. The buses would know they're getting whacked. The soldier wouldn't have fucking clue, man.
Sorry, can I just say?
Soldiers got whacked out by their own goddamn fucking bosses. Listen, when the soldier was time to go,
just because one person's off radar doesn't mean the other one is. Either because they haven't gone off radar quick enough, or as Rocco said, they've already used it, so they can't. I'm going to the roleplay aspect. I don't see any mafiosos IRL getting in one of their 17 helicopters with 2 people on the guns with
landed
fucking
on an
sniper rifles at the side.
We're talking about a roleplay community, but you have Gigante on a construction site shooting 50
All right, well, then we need to start limiting weapons. You want to get that deep into it, we need to start talking about limiting weapons.
That's fine. I would be fucking more than
we just have to accept. We just have to accept that it's not. This isn't real life. It's a game, and if you think it's real life, then Jesus, go outside.
Damn
it's a fucking game, and there are things we cannot do.
I want to add on to what Avante just said very quickly. He is.
role playing. So
we are supposed to be, but this is not. This is.
It's just
I don't know. This is not
isn't
5M.
it, Chief.
No, let me talk.
This is not 5M. That's why you have 5M, so it's different. But go ahead, Skelly.
So that's why I go
All I'm
RP.
saying is this. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be trying to make this close to Mafia. I'm not saying this, we were trying to make it exact. But at one point in this community, the rules that we had went off of trying to be role play. And off radar was one of them because it was obviously role play. You pulled up on your target, you never knew you was coming. You know what I'm saying? We could look at all these little famous Mafia hits in fucking history. Galante getting shot at the restaurant. Fucking Gotti and them shooting up fucking whatever they boss's name was. I mean, right. I bet that motherfucker would have loved to have had a radar.
If he was sitting at a fucking bistro eating his meatball sandwich,
but hold on.
Wish he had a radar to see him
creeping around the
but
corner.
if he's a boss and the bosses all decided the boss got to fucking go and the motherfucker sitting at the bistro eating his meatball sandwich and he knows his time's coming, he knows it's coming.
Yeah.
I will say this, G. I'd like
Not
to counter that though. The difference between those scenarios, and we could sit here and compare all day because I see where you guys are coming from, is that there is peacetime for those people. This is a PvP-based mafia community.
Yeah, and we can add element of surprise in it. We can
So
add
it's not a mafia
It's a competition community.
This is a mafia.
Don't think mafia.
Tell
Don't
me
think
how-
mafia is our
Hold
fucking
on.
nation.
Alright, listen. Tell me
only
what's
thing-
more roleplay than sitting there in a regular car, drive by and someone off the radar. No one's gonna see it coming. It's probably more roleplay than any of your hits together.
Is that what you want to happen while I'm sitting in mid-construction?
Bro, I'm
That's
literally-
exactly what I want to happen.
Hey,
I would
man,
love
I
to
just
someone
want
to drive by
meatball
me off the
sub.
radar.
I mean,
This shit's
at this
stupid,
point,
bro.
I'm just
That brings
kinda
it.
fucking with
Because
it.
I know
Exactly.
somebody's
Yeah,
hard
asking
to
for
forget
consent to
drive-by.
whack somebody, bro.
Yo,
Bullshit.
if somebody's dressed up as a civilian off the radar and they come up to me and stab me and I didn't know because they were a civilian, I will congratulate them.
Facts,
That is
bro.
roleplay.
That is roleplay.
Yo, will I get a
That
high
is
five?
Just to roll up on me off the radar and a drive by in a
Time's
Prius.
up.
There's so
We need
much
more
you
time
can
to
do with
discuss this shit, or can we move on with the vote?
Off radar.
Would I get a high five?
What exactly is the vote? What exactly is the
Vote
vote?
is
Moving
allowing
off radar.
Lester as off radar, but still banning ghosts.
I would say we at least give it a shot for a month, just like this no map. I feel like the
I'll be
last
down for a
couple-
trial
hold on,
month.
let me
Yeah, a
finish,
trial
let me
month.
finish.
Okay.
The last couple plus what we've talked about, the last two decisions that we've made have moved us closer to doing things in public lobbies, getting rid of the map, and then whatever the last thing that we did was, you know, getting rid of the whack lobbies or whatever. It also, like what he said, whether you're talking about them stupid fucking flying bikes, the submarines, whatever, it's gonna help us in that situation. And that's one of the things that everybody always sits here and complains about, why they don't want to have fucking wars in the open lobbies like how they used to be and all these things. They said, this is shooting me, this is this. Well, now you get an
I don't fucking
opportunity to
pose.
fucking protect yourself and to keep yourself out of that eye. So I'm just saying, let's at least try
Well,
for a
hey,
goddamn
let's
month.
vote.
Gee, I
Let's
will
vote
say
for
this
one
though.
month.
You're about to
Just bring it
you
back.
are about to
As a
have a
month.
bunch of hierarchy not want to come outside now.
It doesn't
Like that's
matter.
gonna hurt us.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm
just
just
keep
saying.
in mind, third parties
No,
can
no,
be
don't
ridiculous.
come outside.
Third
I just-
parties can
okay.
be nuts. Good luck.
Matt, go ahead.
Rocco,
I'm on.
no hierarchy comes outside anyway.
Oh my god, go to voting.
If no hierarchy comes outside as it is,
Alright.
if you're afraid and you're still sitting inside, then you're a fucking pussy leader. It's simple as.
Avante.
That's
Like-
out of pocket as shit.
Hey, that says a lot for
All right,
Kai, then,
vote.
doesn't it?
We're voting.
We're voting.
No, Kai
Avante.
is a
Avante.
Kai didn't like getting whacked. He was
Hey,
always
shut
inside.
the fuck up, dude, or you're just gonna
Tell him.
Shut up. Avante.
Avante.
No.
Singano.
Just to be clear, we're voting on the 1 minute off the radar, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
The one
we're
minute off the
voting
radar
to
is
allow
back from
off
month.
radar.
Singano votes yes.
You boys.
It's only a month. Nothing can get hurt.
No.
Deuce.
No is to keep it like banned, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah, keep it banned. No, whatever it is.
Gante.
No.
Impero Lucas.
No vote.
Evasive.
Yeah, I would want to see it back for a trial month.
So, okay. Monastia.
Yes.
Marbella.
We vote no.
Oh, shit.
Matthews.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Ramini.
No.
Scaleto.
Scaleto votes no.
Galley. Scarfa.
You missed Scally. He didn't even vote. What?
Yeah, he said that.
Anything.
It's anything. Is Galley here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say yeah.
Alright, but Scarfa. Silva. Rubino. Tribbiani.
No.
Venario. Vittel. Alright, next topic.
I will say very quickly.
Lucania got skipped?
Oh, yeah, Lucania is here now.
What's your vote?
Yo.
No.
I do want to just say, like, super quick, like, I respect a lot of you for bringing that up and arguing it. I just don't think it fits on a personal level. That's just my opinion. So if it ends up being, like, cool and we can give it a try, but I just...
Not everything in the community is going to fit for everybody, so yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know if y'all heard me
Well, I
earlier,
mean-
but this is a very slippery slope you're going down because, like, if you think mid-construction is a good compound now, just wait until I have 3 guys watching the entrances the whole time, and you have to deal with like 10 guys off radar. Like, just wait.
Oh, whoa.
It's
That's part of the game.
That's a
Anyways, it's over. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
You know,
We're going
drag it
to
on.
the 11th topic. This is brought up by Deuce. Actually use the strike system rather than jumping to blacklist every chance we can. There should be
True.
a channel in this server
Yep.
with the family names and the strikes that they hold.
We should have a record of that. already.
Rocco the Mook.
Okay, so hold on, let me speak on that. That's my topic.
Oh, yes, sorry, go on.
So,
Go on, yeah.
Yeah, so in the Don, I feel like that should be a thing that everyone has access to see in the Don's chat. I don't know if Blessing Council has something in the Bless chat
do.
that is owned by Grotti for some reason, but that should be something that everybody should be able to see. Like, everybody. In
Can you pause really quick?
servers. Yeah, paused. Go ahead.
As far as I know, he does not own the Bless
He
Family
does.
server.
Yeah,
I
he does.
thought G owned it.
Nope.
G doesn't own it.
It's Grotti.
Grotti
That's
owns
was
it.
found out yesterday.
News to me. Anyways, with that being said, we do have a strike logs. If you guys would like to see it, we also have a list of exposures that we keep on people. I understand how it looks from maybe an outside perspective. The only time that we skip strikes is if it is program use or booting. Everything else is counted, and we do review exposures. Of course.
Well, I'm not saying just that. I'm saying in general. I feel like there should be, like, if you get let's say one of my members goes and RPGs a Gigante, like, maybe not count for a strike, but count as an exposure, and then maybe like 5 exposures eventually adds up to a strike. That's kind of what the idea was.
I think. Wait, I have an idea.
Why was Leo blacklisted? Because the only reason he got blacklisted was because Leo, Father Glante. Yeah, he fake whacked. That's one.
Yes.
Where's the
Anyways,
rest?
there was a bunch. I don't know, Blessing
Where's
Council.
the
That's
rest?
a question for
Yeah,
you.
that was a bunch.
So if you guys
That's not by
look-
him. That's
if you
fair
guys
enough. Blacklist Galante, but that's not by him.
So so again, if I could have a chance to respond, I believe it was 5 exposures. For those who were in the council, they could update. We went and spoke to Galante and said, hey, listen, we noticed lots of exposures on you. They're coming in floods. If you could please handle it. Within a month, we had something like 15. And of course, I want to say, we're not dicks when we review exposures. If we notice it's one guy in one lobby doing the same thing 10 times, obviously we take that into consideration. With Galante, he was recruiting randoms, not informing them, and letting them do whatever they want. There was a multitude of people, and we actually had a sit-down with him. Now, I know how it looks because Vito pushed very hard for it, and he also uploaded his video, and that brought a lot of light on it. But he had actually been spoke to before that about his problem with exposures, and he had exceeded the number of exposures to media blacklist, I think, by twice as much after we spoke to him. It was a pattern. Now Noah himself, or whatever we're calling him, is not blacklisted. He can go start a new family if he wants. The Galante name is blacklisted. And that is only, the reason we have this system in place is for there to be punishment for people doing stupid things. If Noah can't be a leader, of his own family and can't manage his own people, then I suggest to him he goes to a different family, gets some leadership experience, and then learns how to administrate his own people.
Hold on.
He also
Rocco, I
said
think
that.
everyone
That was the first thing that he
I
said
think
after
let
he
me
missed the meeting.
I had one
First
point.
thing he said.
I have one point that I need to just bring up here. Let me just say this very quickly. I think this record or this document of how many exposures a family may have needs to be made public so the community may be able to see that. I mean, just like have a
We could do that for you.
channel. Have like a channel.
I
think
have a channel. Wait.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Have it in the Dawn server.
Yeah,
where
have
everyone
a
can see
channel
it,
in
or
the Dawn
Bless
server,
It don't matter. Well, I'd
and
say the
just-
Dawn server would be best.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can I say this is? I'm gonna read what Vito put in the thingy, in Don's server nonsense. Effective immediately, Blessing Council has decided to blacklist Father Leo Galante and the Galante crime family, insinuating that he is
No,
blacklisted,
Segway
and it is
smart.
put in the server that
Yeah,
he
that was
is
unnecessary
blacklisted as well
shit.
as Galante.
Okay, I don't remember it being
And he
that way.
thinks he is blacklisted himself.
I
So-
don't remember it being
I
that
don't
way,
know
but
why he thinks that.
it
We
Yeah,
spoke
that's
to
what it
him
was.
directly multiple
And
times.
it says straight
But
up.
the
It says right
announcement
after
was
that,
made that it was
since
only
they
him.
rebranded. Since they rebranded, the new family is not blacklisted, but Leo (brackets Noah) cannot be a part of it because he is blacklisted.
That was what was
I
announced.
think
I don't know what
perhaps.
Vito's doing,
So I
but-
think perhaps there was some confusion because there was, I think, 5 or 6 exposures on Noah himself. On that, but it might have just been a miscommunication. And in that case, I mean, we're saying it right here, unless anybody on the councils remembers it differently. Correct me if I'm wrong. We never blacklist Noah. We blacklist Galante, correct?
We blacklisted Galante, the crew. There was
Yeah,
no
Galante, the
Noah
family.
within that. That is already being retarded.
Done for.
Okay.
How he disrespected it. Also jumping in and out of Galante, shut it
Started season
down,
shit.
start up this family, bring Galante back, and then when he brought it back this last time, he just allowed his fucking family to disrespect it. Yeah, it was Galante that was gone.
Okay. Very good. I'm
Alright,
glad we're on the
time
same page.
time on the subject.
Are we good to move on to the next subject?
Yes, I would say so. Unless
Did we do a vote?
Unless somebody wants to vote.
Well, I don't know if there needs to be a vote because that's already what we do. What we can do is, I do want to
Just
say
make
what
it
you were
public.
just saying. Yes, so you guys are going to have to wait until our next Blessed Family meeting because we have to tally up exposures. Right now, as of right now, they're all reset. Nobody has an exposure right now. We need to go through them for this month.
Okay,
you're
so
gonna have
there
to
is
wait for the next meeting.
so there
but we
is
can do
going
that.
to be a channel added, correct? That's like sudden.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We can do
Alright.
that. We can
Alright,
do that.
perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna move on
I'd
to the
just
next
like to
subject.
ask that this, just before we move on, this Leo, this Noah thing's wrapped up and sort of explain to everyone who's not here, just to confirm he is not blacklisted, because I don't know if Vito got a bit hot-headed or what's going on there, but as of just now, I feel like everyone believes that he is blacklisted as well.
Well, I just cleared that up.
Yeah,
He's not.
That's what I'm saying, because we just
Okay.
Yeah, you're
get
good.
someone to confirm that in bombs.
Yeah,
Alright.
he is not.
To move on to the next fucking topic.
How many topics you got left?
There's 21, bro, and we're on 12.
Yay! Oh, bro, we're literally halfway.
It's all on the document.
Jesus.
You might have to
bro.
fucking
Alright.
have a part 2
Fuck
of
it,
this.
let's come
bro.
back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
punishment
people will stop
towards
acting a
Rushi-
fucking
Hey,
ass and just fucking be
Shut
professional.
up, bro.
talk. Punishment towards Ruscio for posting a video of fake wax. To my knowledge, Cody just received punishment for the exact same thing when he was associated with Venerio. That is my topic.
Okay.
I'll speak on it. So I'm not requesting, anyone gets blacklisted. All I'm requesting is that the video gets taken down. I know Cody
This
was
is a
on thin ice with the
dumb topic,
community.
man. This is a personal beef between yous. If anything, you just go and take it to the blessing.
Very yes,
know.
very.
Yeah.
As I'm seeing it,
Let
right,
him finish talking.
Let him
Let me-
finish.
let
He
me
didn't even
talk.
get a full minute.
Let him finish.
Okay, so Cody, we brought it up in the last Ons meeting about Cody, correct? Because it was the fake wax. The reason Cody got blacklisted was the thin ice. I'm not asking for anything like that. All I'm saying is take the video down because it's fake wax. We provided the proof if anyone wants to go check it out, or I can post it again. The only thing they have really is the timestamps. But we did provide proof that timestamps are up off of when the video uploads on not when it gets taken.
So you're not moving for blacklist. You're just moving for the removal of the video.
Removal of the video.
It's Rusi.
Yeah, hold on.
It's Rusi.
Back up. Hold the fuck on.
Holding.
What do you want us to do if they don't? Because we can't.
That's what I'm wanting to be discussed.
We can't
you know what I'm saying? Because
There
Cody.
needs to be some kind of punishment.
Yeah,
if it's a fake wax,
listen,
they're uploading
listen, it's
fake
a
wax.
fake
That should
wax,
be
bro.
something.
Listen, let me say something. Listen. Cody was already on thin ice. You don't even want to aim for the blacklist. If you want them to take the video down and you know they're fake wax, ask them to take the video down. We can't do anything for you. There's nothing we can do.
We actually, sorry, excuse me, we can do something. We can do one thing. We can do one thing. Okay, so I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out.
Yo, Nico, stop, bro.
Okay, let's. Okay, first off, we can't do anything about the video. What we can do is count it as an exposure. That would be one exposure. Secondly, Cody was not only blacklisted for the videos, he was blacklisted for him threatening to dox people and booting. I posted the proof on that. I hate having to say this every meeting. So I understand maybe there's a miscommunication, but he was caught saying he was doxing people, and then everybody ignored it, and then we brought it back up. So you know what I mean?
Y'all weren't even listening to him. Is
I
what
had
I'm
about
saying.
a 5 fucking.
I'm listening. We can count it as an exposure, but there's nothing more we can do.
That's all he's
my
asking.
thing is, it
He's not
shouldn't
asking
even be
for
like
nothing more.
He's asking.
The only reason I brought it up.
Can we just let the Blessing Council figure this one out?
Yeah, because I gotta go soon.
Here's what.
Yeah, I mean,
skip this, keep going,
I
'cause
get where
we're 2 hours
Mazzari's
in
coming
and
from.
we're halfway done.
Oh my.
I get where
Okay, we
Mazzari's
can
coming
move
from. If I had a fake whack uploaded on me and
Okay.
they wouldn't take it down, I get that. But there's not really much we can do about it.
Yo, listen, there's a
That's-
fake whack
okay,
of me
here's the
on Silva has it uploaded. You guys have never heard me bring it up in a topic. It happens.
Because it's
Like I said, the only reason I
Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It happens.
Just laugh at them. If they
My
keep
thing
it
is,
up,
it's not.
that's
It's
more
not
of an
even like
embarrassment
it's
to them.
confirmed it's fake. What I'm saying is the Blessing Council should go look at the argument
We
that we
will.
had for like 3 hours of meeting topics, and then review and say whether it's an exposure. or
And
not.
we will. That's perfectly
that's
fine.
fine.
If you could
Alright.
resubmit it in the Blessed Families Exposures chat, we will review it when the time comes. Thank you. That's all that needs to
I'm
be
gonna
said.
move. I'm
If
gonna
we
move
could
on
please
to the next
move.
topic. This is topic 13. Changing the dispute timer from 48 hours to 24 hours. Brought up by Ramini.
Does everybody want to speak on this?
I was brought up by a Vaso. I'm sure I read that one out, but alright.
We could just have somebody speak.
Yo, can you read on this topic? I personally feel, or Ramini feels, that we should limit the dispute time from 48 hours to 24 hours. This still allows for a dispute, but currently I think 48 hours is an overly excessive amount of time for a dispute. I think 24 hours should get the job done, give you plenty of time to review clips, find your DQs that you need to find, and post them within 24 hours.
Well, it's not about it's not about the people who are making the dispute. It's about the turf overseers taking the time to dispute. That way they don't fuck anything up.
Oh no, but that's two different things. You have people. Hold up. I have a point. There's two different things though. There's it lasting longer, and then someone's opening a dispute and waiting the whole fucking 24-hour plus. So it leads on over 48. Like,
so you're saying you have 24 hours after the war to send your dispute in, and then the turf overseers have however many hours to dispute it.
If TOs think, okay, this needs to go on a bit longer, it goes on a bit longer. But nevertheless,
yeah, that makes sense.
They shouldn't have a 48-hour period to send it in.
Yeah, and then if we get rid of the whole 48 hours, dude, it's gonna get rid of so many bullshit DQs, like jumping off a building on accident, and it being called intentional suicide.
I'm just gonna put this here, right? So I do a turf war, I go to bed, that's like 12 hours. I get up, I then need to message people, and I do have a life, so I've got stuff to do as well. I've got stuff to do at the house, I've got to go do shopping, and I also need to go message these guys to open their clips. And then I need to go and fucking look at those clips, see if it's actually a DQ or not, post it, type on it. Like that, I cannot do that in 24 hours. We do all have lives as well, you know, it's not just 24 hours dead on to do it. You know, you've got to do other things out of GTA.
Yeah, but
is what
usually
I'm
if you
saying.
end up
But
war,
my
usually
argument to
people
that
that
is
usually
that we
that
were
people
able to submit our DQs during the amount of time during the free mode war. We don't have an extra 24 hours to find more DQs, but you do. So you should have provided your DQs
Well,
in the
then,
amount
if
of
your
time
members
during the
aren't
free mode
sending you
war.
DQs.
But now you get an
If
extra.
your
If it
members
takes you
aren't
more than
sending you
24 hours to
DQs.
find DQs, then you're fucking hunting.
Yeah.
Like, you're hardcore hunting.
Exactly. If your members don't send you DQs in a war, I think that's your issue.
Okay, so
Exactly.
then but
You
you
have
need
the
more
same
you're
amount of
arguing
time
her
that we
point
do
now.
to submit DQs, but
Yeah,
now
you
you
just
open a
kinda
dispute,
argued
you get
her point.
24 hours. You should not have 48 hours. You are lucky to have 24 more hours, and I think that's fair.
Yo, Nino, seriously.
Can I say something really
hold
quick?
On, hold on, Nino. If you finish a war and you want to open a dispute, before you go to bed, put in your announcement, can everyone send me the DQs by the morning? By the DQs in the morning,
something?
you've got them. If not, then...
Have you
don't.
seen
I
Ryan?
do mine the same night.
Yeah, well,
Can I say something real quick?
Don't
What if
judge
we
Ryan,
meet in
he's
the
a
middle
furry.
and go
Leave him alone.
36 hours?
All right, yo, why don't you just
36 is good. But
question? If you're sick of disputes, etc., I'm not trying to be confrontational or a dick. Why don't you design your rules in a way that DQs don't decide your wars?
You can't do that because in
Yes,
the
you
same
can.
rules,
I
no,
do.
You cannot.
No,
No,
if
you
you
can't
if you
because
do
you
whack
cannot
if you do
violate
no
community
if you
rules.
do whack wars and then put 6 DQs to win a war, nobody's DQing 6 times. The whack will come first.
I don't know about all that.
Smart
dude,
play.
I
What do you mean? I
saw
do it. I've never won a war
shit.
by DQs unless it's been somebody else's rules.
Dude, Mizar, or who was it? Who played Avaso and got into bullets? They had like 7 DQs against them at one point, and it was only like 3 hours.
What I'm saying
Who
is you
was
can
that?
you can
Ruchio?
design your
Yes,
own
Ruchio.
rules. If you are defending, you can design your own rules to not have the war be decided by DQs.
Yeah, but you can't raise it higher than 3 anymore, Rocco. You can't raise
Since
it
when?
higher than 3
You
DQs.
can go higher.
No,
What
we
is it-
just
what is
had
it,
a
like
free
4
mode
one
war
chooses
that
to
was
go
4
higher.
DQs. It was against Marvello, and it was
No,
4
that's
DQs.
a-
it was.
that's
I
a
was
free
in
mode war,
TOs when it
not
was
a turf
decided
war.
to not raise
That
it.
was a turf war.
Yeah,
It
that-
was
that's-
a turf war
well,
against
then don't say
Marvello,
free
and
mode
it was
war.
4 DQs.
Then don't say free mode war.
No,
say
that
turf
was
war.
Turf war. Yeah, that was a turf war.
Yeah, I don't
turf
know.
war.
That's not a thing anymore. All I'm gonna say is, all of my wars have been like 4 or 5
Okay,
DQs,
safe,
and my
no
wars
DQs.
never get this.
All
Like,
right, cool.
no, you don't put no
So, hold on.
DQs.
So,
like,
okay, so
but-
what's the cap
Fucking
of
fucking-
DQs? Can I
can't
do like
pull
101
Sinelli out
DQs? So where's the count?
I'm not saying there's a cap. I'm saying you can design your own
Okay,
rules.
no, but there needs to be a cap because otherwise
Right,
I'm doing 101 DQs.
It was said that
You
it
need
can't.
thought the cap
69
was
DQs
5.
to beat me.
But
Yeah,
My whole
think
thing
that's
is I
fine.
just don't
The cap was
understand. I just
limited,
don't
like, 4 or 5.
understand why
I
people
always
are.
thought there isn't a written cap, and I think there should be, but I thought it's always
it
been
was
the
in
unwritten
the
cap.
TO chat. Flames,
I mean,
if you could go
reasonably,
through,
you
because I
shouldn't
typed
do
in
that.
that chat. You should
Yes,
be able
but
to
at
find
that,
the
to be
vote.
fair, at that time, when did TOs have that power to increase that, like enforce that rule?
Well,
TOs
they
have
do have that
had-
power. What do you
Well, they
mean?
can
They
do.
always
They
have
didn't
that
have
power.
that power until recently, but Manasi
No,
was
they
with
should
TOs
have
when they
always
were
had
given
that
that power.
It's
Not
not
that
been
time.
recently.
let the
There's been
winning
little
family
power
take-
that the TOs could do, but at the end of the day,
I'm pretty sure whenever we did that vote, I used your own Discord paragraph as an argument about TOs representing their
3 minutes.
Like, I'm
Okay,
not even
we
lying.
done
You
with
can
this
ask
topic, or
Lucas.
should we
Alright,
get
just
to
put a
voting?
cap. Okay, Teals, put a cap
What
of
even is the
5
topic?
and then just move on.
The topic is to change to 24 hours for dispute.
Yeah, I mean it should get
So are we
changed.
voting
it shouldn't
on
be
it or
48.
Alright, yeah, let's vote. Avante.
No.
Singano.
Gano votes no.
Du Bois.
No.
Hughes.
Just asking, so is it 24 hours, just send the clips only, and then TOs have however much time?
Yeah, that's most.
Okay, then yeah, yes. Change it.
oh, that's
Gigante.
I'm gonna abstain for now because I was just I don't know. I don't really have an opinion.
Grody.
Not here.
Impero. Lucas.
No vote.
Usani.
I'm bad, what?
You're up for vote. 24 hours for dispute.
No vote.
Besa.
Yeah, change it.
Manasia.
No vote.
Martelli. Marvello.
We vote no.
Matthews.
Send it in at a later time.
What'd you just say?
I'm gonna send it in at a
Yes.
later time. We got 24 hours after the meeting.
Retorno. Oh shit, my fault. Satori.
Oh man, come on.
Scaletta.
Scaletta votes no.
Scully.
I'm gonna vote later.
Garfo.
Vote later.
Rubino. Tribbiani.
No.
Venerio. Vital. Alright.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Can we please, God, skip the next topic because Ralphie's not here to speak on it, and it makes no sense.
Well, what is it?
I was just
I wanna hear it.
I'll read it out loud. Can I read it, please? Because it's funny. Topic for everyone, including my family, for everyone to stop dirtying and exposing each other's families and to stop blacklisting whole families.
Not even on here.
We need to work together
Number
to
14
blacklist individuals. What happened to Cody last meeting was a good example of what needs to start happening in the future.
I get what he's saying, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of pointless.
Going off of what is typed, it looks like he just wants to get rid of exposures and blacklists.
Yeah, he worded it wrong, but I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
Does anybody want to
He
speak on
just
it?
wants he wants enforcement to be consistent.
Okay. Does anybody want to speak on it?
That's pretty valid. I don't even think we need
Y'all
to
agreed at that like a meeting ago.
Let's go to number 15. Revisit if the lobby splits, the hosting family rehosts. There should not be an allotted time for them to rehost, not to mention they should not be able to use this as a loophole to pull more members into the game. Ibeso.
Okay, yeah, so I want to quickly speak on that. Now, I'm not saying this was on purpose or anything, but I mean, nevertheless, I mean, it can be an issue. So, in our current war, or our previous war with Ruccio, the lobbies were killing themselves. That being said, though, the 15 minutes was up, and they had the chance to 20v4 us, or 26-4 us even. So, you know, they got back in the lobbies, they got more guys than originally that they had, and I mean, you know, the numbers weren't like lowered. I feel like if a lobby dies or splits or whatever it may do, it should be another 15. It has to be a 20v10 or a 15v15, whatever the rule is at the time. Because, I mean, yeah, you only have 15 minutes for that, and that can be passed if the lobby dies. Pretty self-explanatory.
To add to that, I think because it would be a bit unfair if your family had more than 10 and you have to get pushed back down to 10 again. Say, I don't know, like 9 of your guys get disconnected and you have one in there. Record it so you can see how many you had in there before, and then you have to start the lobby with that
Alright,
amount.
actually, from the outside TOs, like, Donnie, how long did it actually take Riccio to start a new lobby when you guys had the war?
It for the majority of the war, I mean, the war went on 4 hours, and an hour of that was actually waiting for lobbies. It was taking the
if
piss.
a lobby used to be rehosted, just like in all fairness, you should have 10 minutes to rehost that lobby. Maybe 5.
Sometimes it's not enough because you have to have people restart their Xbox and shit.
I think it should be brought up to TOs if someone's
Restarting your
taking
Xbox for an hour?
abnormally long, and they can discuss it case by case. But like, there could be people having issues, and it could take longer than 10 minutes. I get that.
If you have to
GTA
restart
is
your
fucking
Xbox for an
gay.
hour,
It can take so long.
Yeah, but it's not an hour long. Let's be real.
Yeah,
so
that's what I mean. If it's abnormally long, then bring it up with TOs, and they can deal with it.
Probably
case by
be
case.
like 20 minutes for a lobby.
I also think it affects like how many like per family. Like if families pulling in more, it means they take up a couple of the other family slots as well. So I feel like the slots should stay the same.
So should we just skip this topic then and leave it up to TOs?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, 16. Make it illegal to leave to avoid being whacked. Too many people leave public lobbies because someone is about to whack them because they are scared and getting whacked. Quick
It's supposed to be
hearing
counted as an
about
exposure.
that. I'm just playing.
Well, you know, it should be an exposure, but it's not.
It's supposed to be counted as an
We have
exposure.
too many times where, for example, say for example, I'm pushing Rocco because I caught him outside the casino in the parking lot, and I corner him behind a van and he dashboards after I'm shooting at him. That should be a DQ. Quit caring about it. That's all
your bullets anyway.
Yeah, that's not the point here, Nino. Okay, that is not the point.
Wait, what did you say?
So, say for example, I'm cornering you in the casino because I joined.
No. What did Devontae say?
Oh, I
He
said
I
you missed all his bullets.
Oh. Yeah, you can't hit something that's not in games.
Well, I've.
It was a joke. No, I'm talking about me.
Oh, right. Okay, you got
in the game and he's hitting
So
It was a joke.
You can't tell me that people here haven't been in a scenario where they've tried to whack somebody, or somebody in their family has tried to whack somebody, and then that person just dashboards because they're scared to go.
Only problem that I personally have with that is someone
King of
that has to
dashboard
deal with
here.
the exposures. It's super hard to prove because people are going to argue that it was lag and it was A button. And I will tell you, there have been times where
they could record it.
but
if you
what if
see
they
them
don't
pause
though?
and then leave, that should be an exposure, yeah. But
I mean,
there's so many ways of leaving a game.
Leave. You can tell if there's a difference between pausing,
You
leaving,
can dashboard, you
A-buttoning,
can hold
and
down on the
dashboarding.
D-pad.
No, because
I
if you
just- I
dashboard,
don't
I
think
can
it
still sit there
works.
and shoot you.
Listen.
It's hard to prove.
At what point would it be leaving to avoid an assassination? Because, let's say that somebody's flying over to try and get a shot
you've
on
been
you from
hit
another
with a
building.
bullet-
Is that leaving to avoid an assassination?
It should
because
be
it's
like
happening?
being hit by a bullet or being absolutely cornered. You're absolutely cornered in some alleyway by
See,
six
that's
guys
what
and
I'm
you
saying.
leave. It's
There's just-
obvious.
There's just so
Yes,
many,
but
It's just.
okay, let's say I snipe you, right? And I hit you with a bullet, and we stay on you. We're flying behind you. 2 minutes goes by. You leave the game. I technically hit you with a bullet. It's an
I don't expect
exposure.
me to be in my car for 2 minutes if you have a flub.
Anybody,
I
for
expect
that
to be
matter.
dead by then.
I mean,
that's what we're saying. With the thing with being halfway
Like
across
landing a
the
bullet,
field.
it's really good in theory, but in practice for us to try to prove is a lot.
Yeah,
it is
I agree.
a lot.
And even then, it's going to cause a massive argument. You could have someone saying, well, this guy on my left in this alley here, he actually can't whack. So I could have just ran down there and not been whacked. So I technically wasn't avoiding a whack because
I would have got it.
And then
exactly.
it caused a massive argument, and it's back and forth and back and forth. It's I would love to stop it from happening because it's gay and it just stops from people being caught lacking. And I think it should be made in a rule if it is obvious.
I mean, I don't know. I mainly put it there because that's an issue in Publix, is where people
I agree.
leave to avoid being whacked because they're scared.
It's
absolutely
almost,
stupid. But
it's almost
hard to
kind of
prove.
like in like fighting games. I know like Naruto, it does it. Like
Oh,
you
no.
just leave a game or whatever.
Yeah.
it kind of fucks with your. I'm gonna make a point with it. I promise. It kind of like fucks with your KD or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it fucks with your. Like if you are known to have the habit of just leaving games and shit before you can finish the game, you're kind of put into a group with other gamers that do the same shit. And like
not finish.
obviously Rockstar doesn't have that method.
Well, yeah.
Where we just
You've got
I will say this about like 5M. If you leave while you get shot, that's an insta ban. I just was like, but I mean that's different. There's laws.
That's the point I'm trying to make though, is that like there's already punishments for shit like that in other games. So I mean it's not like it wouldn't take anything for us to do it ourselves.
I got an idea.
You know, just enforce a punishment.
I'd like to say
the assassin has to
because
be aiming at the person. That should be the qualification.
No, he should be engaging combat. He shouldn't be just
Dude,
aiming at them.
I don't even think this should be voted on. I think it's way too hard.
no, I
mean,
think
if you guys want to skip it,
I'm
we can,
gonna
but I mean, I
I'm gonna
just put it
compare.
there because it's a solid
We're
idea.
trying to get rid
compare
of
this
loopholes. They should have
and-
add a loophole.
I'm gonna compare this and just word of warning. I know it's got nothing it's not the same at fucking all, but with booting and freezing, it is so hard to prove. But it's still a rule because there are times where it can be very, very obvious. They either admit it or it's just obvious.
Okay, yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I say it should be a rule for when it's obvious, but just it's just annoying because you'll have people trying to claim it every 2 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have it. That's the other thing is like every lobby now, anytime your foot soldier leaves and there's an assassin near him, you're gonna have
3
someone
minutes.
pushed on us for TOs to have to review. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. It's hard enough right now for TOs to get together. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get together for 4 or 5 fucking hours to review exposures like that. That's a little bit much.
Well, it looks like TOs are about to be out of a job, so maybe it won't be.
I didn't mean TOs. I meant Blessing Council. I meant Blessing Council. Sorry, I would say Council, not. My apologies. Wrong word. That's a lot for Blessing Council to have to fucking.
I mean,
Yeah,
sit there.
I get that. It would be a fucking hassle for sure.
Does anybody want to vote on this? Like, if you want to go through the vote, we can do it. I guess.
I think it should be skipped when somebody lays out like the qualifications for what is leaving during.
I mean, if you guys want, like, I can type out like a much better topic for next meeting easily.
Yeah,
sure.
That'd be great.
Like, word for word, so.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
next topic.
Yeah, hold on, just give me a
How
second.
many topics we got left?
We're going around 17. Got
21 total.
That's my question to ask.
Because earlier I heard somebody asking, he got hit with a few, and I felt his
5
pain.
topics.
It's all up in the document, though.
I was just like, damn, he didn't get nothing.
Not everybody
Dog,
reads
dog,
documents.
I just be
Well,
blunt.
that's
I
on
just be
you.
blunt.
I mean, that sounds like a you problem.
All right, talk about the community private free mode war events for meeting.
Man,
You
just straight up
missed
skip the
Sparrows.
avoiding combat DQ.
Yeah.
And no, I don't know how that's Sparrows because that's mine.
Need to start burning these fucking documents.
So, in turf wars, I think it's well known that whenever avoiding combat was originally voted, it was by Ralphie, and it was suggested as like sky limit and underwater limit and rubber banding. But nowadays, like, say I'm trying to move a fight across the city, I get nailed with an avoiding combat because 8 of my guys are going to a different compound. And we need to like fucking relook into that.
Yeah, we're on your
17.
topic.
No, we're on.
No,
we're
we're
on
on
17.
DIs. No, we're not.
No, because
We're on
I'm looking
Sparrows.
We're on
slash
avoiding
Trumpets.
combat DQ.
Yeah, number 17.
Alright.
I thought we just moved on.
Again.
Yes,
No,
this is
comes
moving on.
out
This is a different topic. Avoiding
Y'all heard my
combat
head.
needs to be relooked at and how it is posted on. It was
Okay.
dismissed. So we're
With this, again, just like avoiding assassination, I think it has to come down to like specifications, details. of the
Can I
situation.
speak
I mean,
on that?
if we leave
Actually,
it to
since
that,
was
the
my
TOs are
topic.
gonna be like, oh well, 3 years ago this happened.
Well,
Alright,
no,
let me
think
speak
about
on
it,
this
like-
a little bit. Like when Ruccio had a war, no offense to Ruccio, I reviewed so many avoiding combat DQs, and it was people running away because they were getting shot at, which is not viewed as yes, it's avoiding combat, but not how we voted it in. Which is honestly, no offense, but that was kind of ridiculous. I think me and Vic.
Well, dude,
like,
there are situations
looked
where people
at
just
so
get in cars
many.
and run away from you. Like, they don't even shoot back. They just run
Yeah,
for their
but
life.
that's the definition of DQ hunting, and that's where a lot of people got pissed
No,
off.
that's called avoiding combat. If you intentionally drive around the map for an hour and don't shoot a bullet, that is
I
avoiding
can't vote
combat.
on something.
There's
Okay. I'm gonna say this.
It is like.
It is
avoiding
one of
it.
those rules that you post that's open to discretion and open to interpretation every time it's going to be submitted. I don't know how we can even vote on this topic
Define it.
because
Just
there's
like how we
no.
have-
But I don't know how you
I
can.
think TO should just define
Okay,
that.
So
Yeah, that's
I
the thing.
mean-
It changes from case to case. Because at the
Well,
moment,
let's
it's
say that-
TOs can, define it case by case, but then it changes and it causes people screaming bias. I think it needs a definition if we're going to keep it in.
Well,
Because I was
number one,
joking
I
about
think
this
that-
in my last turf war, but I was sitting there shooting someone, and they got in their car and drove away to the actual fight. And I was like, oh well, it's avoiding combat because he's driving away from me, and obviously I didn't fucking post it, but it's like stupid things like that which people can try and post, and it's just annoying.
Can I say
Well,
something on
I
this
think-
topic?
Yeah, go for it.
So, a couple weeks ago, I had a turf war, and we was on the turf we was fighting for. We was posted up at this place, and the family that we were fighting joins the lobby, says, "Oh, we avoiding combat," even though we are posted up on the turf that we were fighting for. How's that avoiding combat?
Yeah. See,
That
like
was a
this
good
brings up the thing with specifications that I was talking about. And honestly, I think that avoiding combat, that shouldn't be punishable. We should stop letting that be allowed in wars. What should not be allowed is making yourself unreachable or impenetrable in some way. So like,
Yeah.
let's say that somebody like bans helicopters, bans CEO rooftops, bans like all sorts of shit to where you cannot get on, like, let's say,
Construction.
a fucking, like, they're sitting at the top of the ladder, right? And you have to climb the ladder to get up to them. Like, that would just be you shooting in one direction, in one spot, for 4 hours. That should not
Especially
be...
in that...
That should
Yeah,
be...
Ruccio did that to Avaso.
If it was
Ruccio
up
literally
top...
did that to Avaso.
If
An
it was
example
up
of
top,
this-
then fair enough. But especially in that fucking spot in the middle of the ladder where you can't shoot from anywhere and you can get one shot from below, but that's it. Like, what?
An example of this, I don't think they ever officially used it, but I know a while ago Spiro tried to make a rule where he was going to make his rules banning helicopters and banning parachutes, but was going to sit on a part of construction where you can only get there by sitting or climbing through this ladder. So I think something like that is, you know,
That's
going with this topic.
Well, no, that's fair
But
enough.
how would
because
we
that's
fix
the
that?
thing
Though,
we
is
did
the thing. How do you?
I mean, to be fair,
How do you
no,
fix
let me
that?
speak on
And
that
make
because
them-
I got
make
that
it a
from
rule.
Venerio, and that's how they did their shit. And you want to be
Yeah, I got that
honest?
from
Vital
Imperial,
here,
that's what I did.
Vital.
Dude,
oh,
Avaso
even
literally
though-
did the same, or Ruccio did the same shit to Avaso.
Right.
The exact
Ruccio
same
did
shit.
that. Vital and
good
Ruccio
example-
both did that against when I was in Venerio. I mean,
Another
everyone
good
did it.
example would be
And
getting
now
out
where
of
are they on the
the
turf?
submarine
Did it to me.
and then sitting at the bottom of the ocean. There's like almost no way to get somebody out of that. It's just like people do this shit just to, yeah, it's avoiding combat, but it's more than that. It's making yourself completely invulnerable. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's the specification that we should use. Like I said last time, I think that it just involves a bit more detail, and that we should go into more detail when we're talking about shit like this.
I think
So
if
I
it's
think-
somewhere where it's physically impossible to hit and kill the person you're trying to whack, whether that be the highest rank in a war or someone you're going after in a lobby, then that should be
Going off of like physically impossible,
it's just-
technically you can kill somebody at Skyline. And technically you can
Yeah, I
shoot
mean,
straight down and kill
if
somebody
it is
underwater.
hard to
The
kill
argument-
them, then fair enough, because they're trying to protect their highest rank. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Oh, go and
So we're not
stand
gonna
on
call
ground.
that
Why do you
avoiding
just
combat?
stand right in front of me?
No, and that's the argument that people would use is that, you know, oh, you know, all you got to do is climb the ladder and hope that my guys miss their shots. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. We just need to we need to get a topic together. Like, when people submit topics like this, they need to have a criteria for shit and what needs to be implemented, put into the rule document. Because, like, that's why we have
Where's
so many
Minacci
gray
at?
areas in the rules. We're not
I'm
being
right
more
here.
detailed with
You want
the
to
way
speak
that
on
we...
it? It's your topic, right?
Yeah, go.
I mean, I put it in there just simply because of the amount of fucking headiness, because it was originally voted as sitting in the sky limit or underwater limit and fucking rubber banding, but now, in any given situation, if you're going down the fucking road, it's avoiding combat because there's people in the city shooting while you're trying to move the
That's
fight.
because there wasn't enough detail. There was gray areas left in there. That's my point. Like, we just have to try and stamp out these gray areas, and that's going to take time, obviously, but...
Are we good?
So again, I think that the topic should be
Well, I feel like
more,
this only needs to be in place if it's for turf anyways, right?
pretty much.
And if
yeah.
turf gets banned tomorrow, we don't have to fucking worry about it. So if it,
Yep,
like,
facts.
I don't
Let's
know,
move along.
let turf overseers handle it. Fuck them.
Alright,
Let's just go to the next one.
Yo, number 18. Talk about the community private free mode war events, Ramini.
So this is just kind of like a general discussion, since private free mode wars are becoming pretty popular now, and especially with the contingency on banning
They've
turf.
been popular. What are you on about?
Hey, let her
Well,
talk.
yeah, but I feel like they've become more frequent. So I just wanted to speak about it and get some ideas, because we're really trying to set up a proper foundation, you know, a frequency of these. We don't want to make them too frequent or too infrequent. A ground set of rules. Should we keep a set, you know, standard of rules for each one, and so forth?
Yeah.
Have I invaded the apartment?
Personally, this was... I think Rocco brought it up in chat. It was something like that, like what I'm about to say.
It was me, yes.
Yes. I think there's an issue with calling it a war, because a war insinuates that there's going to be a winner, whereas with these, nobody's supposed to claim a win. So, I mean, honestly...
That's why it's a war lobby.
Call it a skirmish.
I think it should.
No,
Yeah.
because like I said, the
So
word
calling
war
it a war
insinuates there's going to
lobby?
be a winner. Like,
No, not exactly.
Just call it a skirmish.
My issue was somebody went and posted these preset rules, and I said, when you post it like this, it makes it sound like it's official and it hasn't been spoke about. I said, so if anybody would like to go look in the Don's server, you can head to private free mode war rules, and you can look at what I pinned. And I just posted a basic layout that people could use. So, if you're hosting these lobbies, whoever's hosting, you can make the rules in theory whatever you want. The way it was originally posted, it made it seem like, community private free mode war rules. If you break these rules, you won't be allowed back. Here are the rules, da da da. It made it sound like it was an official thing. All I was saying is, whoever's hosting these fun little events, because they're great, they should get to pick the rules. It's not, there's no in stone rules. Now, let's say Menashe wants to host, he can copy and paste the one that Romani posted, sure. But I would say just leave it open-ended. You get to make the rules. That's all I'm saying.
I think if it's going to be like a no-win thing, we need to make it no wax. Because if not, that's leading way too much into whack lobbies.
For sure. For sure. Because someone will try
and they
to
are
claim
good.
something.
Yeah, they are good. So props to them. They do bring a bit of activity that's not just sitting in TDMs all day. You know what I mean?
I think there needs to be some clarity as well, because I know Fiato just, there was some confusion just a couple days ago where Fiato was trying to do some type of private free mode war or something, and we had to discuss how it wasn't, this was supposed to be like community things, less frequent, and not like the private free mode war is to call out another family and not a community thing, versus what we've been doing with these community events. They're two different things.
Yeah. It's more.
So should we come up with a proper name for the community events then?
It's just a war lobby.
Call it a skirmish, like Frank said.
A fucking
skirmish. Do we want to change the name?
Skirmish entails there's no winner.
Yep.
So are we cool with that if I change it to community skirmish?
Yeah, that looks cute.
I mean, it sounds a bit gay, but go on.
It's just a community free mode war.
Yeah, it sounds like that Fortnite shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
On Fortnite, so.
Yeah, or just community free mode war versus private
we've been
family
having this
family.
But war insinuates there's going to be a winner.
Yeah.
We're trying to
if you call it a private free mode,
there's not always a winner in war. Look at Vietnam.
Yeah, what do you mean? Nukes kick your ass.
Actually, communism ain't in Vietnam anymore. So if anybody
I love
fucking
you.
wanna be
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love
America.
you. I love you. I love you.
Okay, so we're starting to get off topic. You guys ready to move on?
Call it whatever the fuck you want. Just make sure
It's
there's
switched.
a win on it. We need to call people out on that. That's kind of bullshit.
Switched. Chat to switch. It's skirmish now. Pretty good.
Alright, I'm gonna move on. Number 19. Bring back that associates without gamer tags must set the bounty on their target before assassinating Ibaso.
Maybe could you just change that to non-gamer tags? Because I know some crews have associates that have gamer tags.
Yeah, it says without gamer tags on it.
Fucking. So, essentially, I mean, I don't even know where this rule went, really. When I joined the community, it was around. And, I don't know, I mean, like, a lot of these people's awareness is really shit. So, I just feel like it would bring back a bit of a challenge for an associate. Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with it?
No.
Okay, can we just vote to bring it back then?
Yeah.
Anybody disagree? Speak up.
No.
Okay, so could you just put everybody down for unanimously yes then?
I'm being honest. I thought niggas just stopped caring, so that's where it went.
No, it was voted to take it away. I can't remember who did it, but
Yeah, I don't remember ever being a thing. It might have been 2019 or something.
yeah, I'm not trying to call you out, Donnie. It's, how you gonna say that if you vote for Off Radar coming back?
Because I want Off Radar to come back. Just people's awareness is shit.
Donnie loved Off Radar when he was in Lucian.
I can't.
So
That just
yeah,
makes no sense.
I-
No,
Can we go
I
to the
just
next
mean
topic?
Insane.
Alright, next topic.
Hey, you're smart.
Number 20. Set defined rep limit unchangeable by the devs in the dance chat.
Oh yeah, that's mine. So we need to fix this rep limit shit. It's changed too often, and the reason, Rocco, that I bring it to a community vote is because there's too many times in there, and now that because now that we all know everybody that's in that Dodge check can drive an armored car, we can't keep upping and raising it. We need to set one in place.
We spoke about
I
this in
don't
the
know
Blessed
why it was a
Council
dead
meeting.
vote.
You want me to speak on it?
Sure.
We just thought that it should be 5 and no more.
I mean, I don't know why it went up to 6.
I don't.
Why'd you
I
need
don't see
6
the
dudes in
point
a
of like
dog
constantly raising and lowering it.
Well,
Why
everyone.
did it go up to
Why don't we
6?
just
What
keep it
was
at
the reason
5?
it was increased?
I'm like,
At that point,
Or
you just gotta
it was
You
supposed to be
only
for
get the-
turf
you only
reasons,
get the
just
sixth
so we can get
well,
more TOs or something.
You only get the 6th rep if you meet certain requirements, which is
I
pretty
think
stupid.
that's just keep it at 5, and that's that. Your 5 hierarchy members or whoever you want to have in your server representing your family, and keep it at that.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Gotta
why I
talk
have
to
it
them.
This
in
black
South
and
That
white,
sounds smart.
like gray area with, oh, you can have 6 if this person has this role and this and that. Just keep it at 5. Whoever you want in there, if they're your hierarchy or representative, and period.
Yeah, that's why I put it there.
Can I stick a question in here real quick? And this is going back onto, I believe it was last meeting where we said if you're in the Dons and Hierarchy server, you can drive armored vehicles, and you don't have to have the GT, correct?
Correct.
And Dono, we have 6 hierarchy members. If we can only put 5 in the Discord, what
And
happens
the
to
other
our
one,
6 guys?
okay,
that-
well say
They have to have a
5 of
GT
them have a
to drive
GT
the car.
change. Say 5 of them have a GT change. Then put
What's
the
the
one
point of
without a
having
GT
6 in
change in
there?
the hierarchy chat.
So the reason that this was instituted is because families like Gigante literally cannot have GT changes with keeping our names because of you freaks silvering our names. Additionally, there are families in this community that do not want to change their name because, ironically, it's more roleplay to not have Don in your name. So, if you want to talk
Didn't we
about
already
roleplay.
have this discussion
Interesting.
last meeting?
Yes. So it was passed that only people in the Dawn server, or if you have a GT change, can drive the car. What Menashe is saying, though, is that there keeps being an influx in how many we're letting in the server, and he wants to keep it a standard cap. So, for example, at 5. So he's saying we need to come up with a number now, and then
I think
stick with
everyone
that
likes
number.
5.
So
Vote
does
on
anybody?
Five
So
works.
so
Five
with that being
works in the
said,
Crown
does
family stuff.
does anybody not like 5 reps?
It should have been kept as 5, to be honest.
Okay, very good.
Changes
So
it.
please write that down as 5 reps.
That's good.
Sounds
No
good.
admins, no changing it.
Alright. Yo, next topic, 21. Don, Manasseh, just touch on your fucking
Shit.
So that's the one about Vito being his owner. So I mean, first of all, I have a screenshot in there, regardless of it being a month old, that he has shown that he will say that all of this is happening because I'm owner. Which can't really be happening in a community ranch chat. He was voted there because people thought he would be unbiased. And it's also known that everybody thought that even Scully thought that he owned the Blessed Families chat, and here Vito snaked him out of owner just by disguising it under a role.
That's funny. That's
What?
been done before.
Yeah,
that got
if you
you.
go
Done
into
in
the Blessed
Don
Family chat,
hierarchy as
if
well.
you go into the Blessed Family chat and dash server info that you man, it's gonna give you that fucking Scully owns, or that fucking Vito owns the server.
When that
Even though
happened?
his
I
role
ain't
was
never
next to
heard
his
that
name.
because
He did that shit
told
with
me when I
Cyro and
was
Don
ratting and
Chester.
grotty.
But I thought that Scully made the server, so
No, Vito did, and he said he transferred ownership to.
He
Well,
does that shit good.
in
He's
that
very
case-
sneaky.
Oh,
I mean, that
how
just
the
shows that he's striving for Discord power.
turntables.
yes, how the
And that
turns
shows that
table,
with that
yes.
power that he shouldn't
That's
have.
nerdy
This
as
is
fuck,
this is
Rocco.
the
What's that
sort of
got
thing
going on?
Got way too much
Whoa,
power.
whoa, why did my name get brought up there? What? Like, what?
No, I'm just
not-
saying, because I
You and
don't
him,
know any of these
man.
niggas. I just got back. I just wonder what the fuck y'all got going on.
I'm not
What you
fucking
doing
holding
back?
people's hands. Definitely not a gay man.
Vito's
Hold
holding
on,
hand.
this
Fuck
is-
me, nigga.
Sorry, this is
I
the
think
sort
y'all
of
hold
thing
But I
more
mean,
than
like,
that.
it's been shown that he's fucking wanting that Discord power now. After
This is the
somebody
sort of
else.
thing where it gets
saying
fucking
that it is
Discord
owners
for
or
crying out
something.
loud.
Can I
Yeah,
ask
I
an
was
honest
I'm
question,
trying to
though?
say.
Back to